What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
Blue Note Fan Report. Okay. Yeah. How is everybody doing today, Justin?
How you doing, man? Excited to be here on a Saturday evening game. Kind of our first of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Our first matinee game.
Saturday afternoon. No, second.
Have we had? Oh yeah. I don't know. Have we had
Calgary game?
Okay. Yeah. That is right. Yeah.
Right. Ryan says, you know how midday games go. Losses my. Well, I mean, it comes down to this. This is do or die. I think the season relies on this game. I really, really do. I think that's how important this game is. The Blues have made some moves over the last couple of days. Some of them surprising, some not. We'll get into the first move they made. There was they waived Texier. He cleared waivers. They assigned him to Springfield. He didn't report. So today, the Blues have put him on unconditional waivers for purpose of contract termination, same as what they did with Saad. So what that comes down to is they tried to trade him. Nobody wanted him because they knew he would be in this situation. He's an RFA. I'm really surprised that nobody would have traded something for him. 6th round pick, 5th round pick. You know, there was something there. I think he's going to have a hard time getting a job. I really do. I don't see anybody. It's not like Saad. Saad's not, wily veteran. This guy's only 23, I think. Texas's 23, if I'm right.
23, 24. So he's still a young guy, but the way that Texas's career has been, shaping out to this point, he's not going to be a guy who's going to find it an easy time to find a team who will be willing enough to give him a shot. I mean, and you're going to be looking at, like, if someone does pick him up, you're going to be looking at him playing like 4th line, probably minutes. If I'm to be a betting man, for a team that's a bottom of the barrel team.
I could see that too. Right, up and coming team. So he's not going to go to a better situation. It's not going to be Saad, where Saad went to a much better situation.
Yeah, so right? Yes, it's not going to be a Saad situation because Saad is a better, I think, more like, I don't think he's a world beater by any means, but Saad is, like you said, he's a veteran guy that knows how to get the job done. He knows how to win. Texier is not really in that camp.
Yeah. Hold on. For some reason, I'm not getting. There we go. I wasn't hearing the TV that I have on my other channel. No, I'm with you on that. Now, the other move they made, this was kind of surprising, is they reassigned Hunter Skinner back to Springfield. Okay. Mm-hmm. I get it, but now you're left with 6 defensemen, not a 7. They let Mailou play yesterday, and I think he got a goal yesterday. And then as soon as the game was over, they recalled him. So I don't see him playing tonight.
No,
Right?
he's not in the lineup tonight. We'll get into the projected lineup, but the lineup hasn't changed a bit. I figured the one move that they would make was the move that they made, and that was Sundqvist coming out, and Bukestad will be back in tonight.
Yeah,
today.
Bukestad. When we got Bukestad, I was like, I didn't know who he was. I really didn't know who he was, and I thought he was going to be a little bit more productive, or at least he's having a hard time cracking this lineup. And I don't think, I saw when they talked about Malu coming up, our Begstad sitting there, there was a quote talking about, Sonny, it's more just game management, time management for him, right? And I get that, but there's somebody else that should be sitting, right?
Well, and I want to say this because Bukestad was never, I want to make this a preference. Bukestad was never going to be a guy to come in and be a massive producer for this team. But the thing is he was doing that. Bukestad was a guy who was actually getting on the board. He was scoring in multiple games that you didn't really expect him, when the big guys weren't showing up. We were talking about Bukestad and Pius Suter being the most consistent guys for this team. I think he had one bad stretch, I guess, where he wasn't really noticeable. But the thing is, though, is you have to look at Bukestad away from the puck, and Bukestad has been good away from the puck.
Yeah.
This, for me, the Bukestad sitting has to do with Sundqvist. He's going to be in the lineup sometimes. They want to get a little change on that fourth line. But this also has to do with Dvorsky. Dvorsky being up already eliminates a spot for Bukestad or whoever else needs to be in the lineup. Dvorsky being good and showing that he belongs is only going to make this team deeper. Bukestad is not going to be in every game. I didn't expect him to be in every game, but I think the biggest contributor to that is Dvorsky being good and being productive right now.
Very, very, very good point. I wonder if you can hear this. You hear that? Do you hear the laughter?
I do not. I don't
know why you guys can't hear the laughter.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's
really
weird.
Shocking to me. Yeah. I mean, I've got it. I'm going to try something here.
But I mean, like I said, I will say that a guy like Bukestad is a guy that will disappear at times. But me personally, I think that this was a benefactor of a Dvorsky coming into the lineup and playing really well and kind of not losing his spot. Now, if we're looking at a thing where Dvorsky comes up and he's irrelevant and he's not playing well, I think we're looking at a thing where Dvorsky is sent down and we still see a Bukestad on this team for multiple consistent games.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm looking at like 10 different things. I'm sorry. My head went in 4 different directions at a moment. My ADHD took over. My thing is the wrong guy sitting. And yes, I know the guy that I think sitting or should be sitting had a good game last game. But I really think he still needs to I think he needs that reset. And I think the best way to give him that he's snake bit. That's all there is to it. He's snake bit, he's snake bit, he's snake bit. And he's not the only one. This whole team is snake bit. Mm-hmm. Right? I was talking to Dante's Inferno yesterday, and he brought that up. And one of the things I said was, this team last game, they had the puck luck. Oh my goodness, did the puck luck come their way? But they couldn't get in the back of the net. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you have the puck luck, you got to win the game, and they didn't. And I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I did see somebody sit there and say that Thomas was heartless and like the worst player on the team. I had to laugh at that one.
Who said that? Well, on what?
It was on Twitter. It was one of the responses to Monty about it was either Malu coming up or one of those. It was a response to that. I don't completely remember it.
I just, dude, I'm sorry. I don't understand what people see. I really don't. I get it. The top guys need to be more consistent. I get that. But to call Robert Thomas the worst player on this team and say that he has no heart, I actually think Robert Thomas, the thing that he struggles most with is having too much attitude, too much heart. You see the guy every time. The one main weakness of Thomas is his ability when a play doesn't go right, when he misses, when his teammates misses, he goes.
Yeah.
You see it on the ice. That is him caring. So you saying that he doesn't care is completely just. You must be blind. Like I'm the blind guy, but you must be blind because.
No, I'm with you, bud.
Because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And that's the way I feel about most of the Blues fans who have sat here and have these different angles and different things. Like you can say so-and-so, like Pavel Buchnevich. You can say, oh, yeah, he deserves to be benched. Yeah, he probably does. But the fact of the matter is I saw the day that the Blues lost in overtime. The Blues blew a lead, which they have struggled with all year. But then I seen that someone said, oh, well, Shannon and Buchnevich were on this. Yeah, they were on the ice for another OT goal loss. Okay, fine. But it doesn't change the fact that that line was the most productive line in that game. I'm sorry. That line looked fantastic in the game against Philly. They were the best line out there. And Buchnevich.
I said Buchnevich.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Your player to watch was Jake Neighbors. He got an assist. He looked good coming back. I think that was only just the tip of the iceberg with Jake Neighbors. I think Jake Neighbors will have another good game today. My thing is, I think I hit it a nail on the head when I said that Pavel Buchnevich was the guy. And I said Pavel was the guy to watch, and I even said Pavel's line was the line to watch, and it was the line to watch. Right. They deserved a lot better fate in that game than what they got. The Blues are struggling keeping leads. If the Blues would stop blowing leads, they are going to win almost most of their games because they have been up in them.
What they need to do when it comes down, it's killer instinct. You cannot let back. You cannot get 2 goals and not. You got to keep going after the net, And the thing is they kept firing the pucks. The third period, they outshot
Philly.
They outshot Philly in the third period, and I think they outshot him in the overtime. But I mean, I didn't watch the stats in that, but I think they did. Let's go over some of the comments. We got Sister JJ saying, "Let's win Blues." Ryan Green saying, "Well, how the midday games go. Loss is my prediction." E says he's here. Ryan says this season is. I think no one gets upset losing anymore. I'm surprised Logan M is back. Matt Lowe says we need a win today. He also says that Devo earned his spot, in my opinion. Ryan Green says all you have to do to stay in the lineup is get the coach to think that if you bench a player for playing poorly, you will shut down and check out. I don't know about that. E said, did they stop playing? No, they didn't stop playing. Thomas without 2 legit top line players. That's why. No, I don't see that either.
Thomas is a guy who does need more standable wingers, but the thing is he's had that. For anybody who has watched the Blues recently in the recent stretch of games, Thomas and Snuggerud have chemistry. It shows. It very much shows that duo is going to be very good for years to come. They need a winger who is going to be a permanent stay on that line. Jake Neighbors, like I told you, I thought the guy who was going to be on that line when he came back because Pavel was not going to stay on that line.
Yeah, I've been saying for a long time that that's the line I wanted to see. I wanted Neighbors up on that line.
Well, I know you wanted Neighbors. Yeah, I know you wanted Neighbors.
I wanted him up there with Buchnevich because I thought Buchnevich was going to be better, right? Mm-hmm. But now Snuggerud still to me hasn't earned that spot yet, but Devo's playing Devo can play well up there too, right? Devo played on with Shen and Bush, and they had according to and this might be right. Matt Lowe said they had 18 attempts and 10 shots on goal, right? Mm-hmm. I'm Power of positive thinking. E says, I don't think the Blues got a shot in the OT. Yeah, they did. I know they did.
Yeah, there was a couple. There was a couple. They controlled pretty much 3 minutes of that overtime, just like they did in the home game against Philly, and then it ended up going to, like, we scored at the end, but it was in a buzzer beater. They didn't beat the buzzer, and then they went in a shootout. But this was an instance where this honestly could have went either way, because we were talking about this guy, because you were like, I didn't know if I saw a trip on that one. Braden Shin was obstructed on that play, so I mean that could have went 50-50. Could have went 50-50.
Well, here's the thing. Braden Shen also held him up. He was holding his stick. So that's why I think it didn't get called, because Shen was also holding him up. So and no. So I'm okay with the way that play went down. I mean, did they get behind him? Yeah, it happens in OT. They still need to change OT. I definitely
definitely.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I got a block. Just somebody I need to block.
What do we got now? Let's see, guy.
We got somebody. We got someone using our channel to promote their channel, and that's not. There we go. I don't go for that.
Take a bench.
Dave Gillis, Dr. Detroit saying, hi, guy. Hey, doctor. How you doing, bud? Dave Gillis. Oh, Dave, welcome to the show, man. We're hoping for a win, too, today. Let me make sure I get this to go away. I don't mean to show that. Sorry. Get their comments banned. Dr. Detroit says, hi, Justin.
How you doing, doctor? How you doing, bud?
So I pulled up the Philly game. In the third, the Blues outshot them 7-5 and outshot them in the OT 3-2. And for the game, 29-28. Shots were ahead for Philly most of the game. So in the first period, Philly outshot St. Louis 12-9, and St. Louis outshot Philly the rest of the game 10-9, 7-5, 3-2 to outshoot them for the total of the game.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I want to say this because most teams are taking this approach. Most teams are taking the approach of just shooting the puck on the Blues right now. Philly did that last game. But the thing is if you notice, I want to bring this to a point because the Blues are a team that have always been a team that has not shot many times. And when they do shoot, they usually score. They're opportunistic. That's the word I like to use. They're opportunistic when they have low shot totals but score on the goalie a lot. That it seems that is happening a lot to the Blues. It seems like the Blues are actually catching what they usually catch against themselves. So a team they are getting shots. They're taking a shot first mentality. But the times that they are scoring, that other teams are scoring against St. Louis, they're opportunistic against St. Louis. They're putting their chances away. So it seems like when teams get chances, they're actually burying their chances, which is hurting the Blues because I think the Blues are playing well defensively. If you watch that Philly game and you watch parts of that Toronto game, the Blues were very good defensively. They were not letting either. They were not letting Philly or Toronto get in the zone very easily. Like they had to work for every opportunity they got in those games. And
who do you think? Sorry, man.
You're good.
Who do you think had the best game? Was the best player in that game against Philly?
You mean
might disagree with this, but
you mean stat wise or
I test.
There's two guys that come to mind. If I'm honest, I think Pavel had a great game. I don't think that he was as crazy effective, but I think he was good. I think that was his best game of the season, but that's not saying much. So honestly, my player of the game, honestly, probably was Joel Hofer. I think Joel Hofer was spectacular in this game.
Yeah, that exactly. He was the best player in the game.
Yeah.
Right. And that's ignoring Justin Falk, who had the only 2 goals. Right. 2 beautiful goals, by the way. But it just, the team, for me, it still feels disconnected, right? There's something missing, and I'm not sure what it is. And I still think that it's got to be for some reason, this team, the locker room at the beginning of the season just doesn't come together very well. Right?
Yeah.
And it has to come together, and you got to figure it out. I don't know if it's new guys versus old guys, or defense versus offense, or what it is. But I was talking to Dante's Inferno, and you don't Dante is Mike Dante, my buddy Mike Dante, big supporter of the show, and I call him Dante's Inferno. He was blowing up after the Philly game. He was there. But, he did come back later and told me, hey, man, it wasn't as bad as I made it. Yeah, I was just upset because I was there, and I got it, heat of the moment. But when it comes down to this, I think they're still in Berube mode. This defensive first mindset. I think when they get that lead, that 5 or 6 years, the time that Berube was there and the time that, all that, they had nothing but defensive coaches for years. I mean, you go back. I think you can go all the way back to Hitchcock and say that the first offensive coach that we've had since Hitchcock is Monty, right?
I think for me, I just think I saw a good comment, and I still am a defender of the defense, because I think the defense is good enough to win games, and I think it's good enough to make the playoffs. But the thing is we're seeing a decor that honestly right now isn't capable enough to sit back and just watch, just take care of leads. They play great at times. They play good for most of the game, but it's the small defensive coverages in opportunistic moments that cost them. So they'll either turn over the puck in the D zone, at a specific point in the game where they're already where they feel like they're playing great. They're on top of the mountain, and then they make a turnover, and then it's in the back of the net. And that's not to say that the goaltending's been bad, because the goaltending has definitely improved. I was honest when I said, I'm not going to lie to you, when I have watched the games, I think both goaltenders have been better than what they were in the start of the season. But me personally, I think Joel Hofer has been the better of the two goalies and recently. And I just think that is to the eye test. I think that my eyes show me that Joel Hofer has been more confident than Jordan Bennington. And I think Joel Hofer has kind of felt more locked in, if I'm honest.
Okay, I see that. I see where you're coming there. I really do. What I think is Joel Hofer has done a much better job of making the saves you're not supposed to make. And that hasn't been his repertoire. So that is him maturing. Right? I can see where you're going at. I don't know if I can sit there and absolutely say that he's playing better than Bennington, but I understand where you're coming from. Right?
Well, fact of the matter is it may be that's the eye test me speaking, but it doesn't. The stats show you that Jordan Bennington is the worst starting goalie in the league. So it's not just me that shows that. It's not just the eye test for me, and it's not to say that Jordan Bennington should save every puck. But the fact of the matter is you say it all the time. Jordan Bennington makes the saves that you're not supposed to make, and the fact of the matter is he's not making saves on goals that he should have. So that's the way I'm seeing it. The stats show it, and I think my eye test shows it. But I think he has been better than what he was in the start of the season.
Dave Gillis says. Well, let's go back here, Doctor. Ask what's the deal with Pavel, and we've talked a lot about that. So, Berube's having a lot of problems in Toronto. Yeah, he is. He's trying to turn an offensive team defensive, and they're resisting. Dave Gillis says, I like the lines today. Dr. Detroit says that the Islanders have an amazing defenseman in Schaefer. Holy crap. Yeah, he is good.
Yeah, he's going to be good. That's a matchup. We don't see the Islanders very often every year. We see them 2 times a year. That's going to be a matchup that should feed families. Snuggerud and Schaefer, if those two guys can mature and expect, if we get the expectations that we have for both of those guys, that's going to be a great matchup when we play the Islanders.
Yeah, Chief likes quality over quantity. Only problem is getting the biscuit to the net is the name of the game. I kind of agree with you. They beat the Red Wings 12-2, and wow. And the Islanders are struggling right now. They've got a lot of issues with injuries, I think. Let me kind of pull this up here real quick. The Islanders right now, I'm going to look at it here real quick because I don't know it off the top of my head. Romanov, Varlamov, and Bear are out. So
Yeah.
two defensemen and a goalie.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I do think that Romanov is a veteran guy. Romanov is not the guy who's going to make this team. Ethan Bear, he's a younger guy. He's an okay piece for them. And Varlamov, he's a little older. You're not missing too many great pieces. You still have Matthew Barzal. You still have Matt Schaefer. You still have your guys that you're expecting. You have Bo Horvat out there, which was an acquisition that they got from Vancouver. He was a good addition for them. Very good since coming to New York. So, I mean, they are shorthanded with some injuries, but not key guys, if I'm honest, just from that roster. But, yes, injuries nonetheless.
Right now, we were talking Hoffer and Bennington. Hoffer's played 10 games. He's 2-4-2 with a 3.89 and an 8.70. I'd say that's right now he's playing better than those numbers. I'm saying that. Bennington has played in 14 games. He's 4-5-4 with a 3.30 and an 8.72. And maybe I'm an idiot, but I think he's playing better than those numbers. Not extremely better, but better.
Oh, I think he's playing better, and that's not to say that I'm taking any credit away from Bennington. My thing is just who I am seeing. I think Hofer's been the better of the two goalies as of recent memory right now. But Jordan, I think both of those goalies. First of all, we can all agree here that both of those goalies are way better than what those stats show. In our personal expectations of them, those guys are over 900, over 910 goalies. Like those guys are capable of that. The fact of the matter is the slow start is what makes those stats look so bad. If we had these two goalies at the beginning of the season, those stats look way better than what they are. And it has to do with the fact that other teams are being very opportunistic, especially when the Blues are out shooting opponents, but not getting wins because teams are capitalizing on not as many chances as the Blues.
On mistakes, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I get it. I absolutely get it. So the Islanders are actually, they're 12-7-2. At home, they are 8-4-1. The Blues are 6-9-6. On the road, they're 3-4-2. It comes down. I mean, we're getting close to puck drop here, so let's go over who's our player of the game. Let's give our fans a chance to answer this question, and then we'll answer it. But what's your score predictions? What's your predictions for the game? What's your player of the game, or your player to watch? And instead of us giving a prediction and player to get, what do you expect in the game tonight?
Okay, I'm actually gonna turn it over to you because I like to actually hear from you first.
Okay. I'm kind of hoping that this team, this is the turnaround game, and I was kind of looking for this. Toronto and Philly, they were moving around. For the next week, they're probably staying in the same hotel. Tonight, they're going to stay in the same hotel till Monday. They're going to probably stay in the same hotel till Wednesday because the games are all a bus ride away, right? They're close enough. You one Manhattan hotel or one hotel off the bridge or whatever. So now you've got a chance for this team to really understand what's going on and make things happen. I really think that this team is going to come out in the first period and show us who they are, but I'm worried about the second period. That's my thing. Can they maintain it through the second? Can they keep the Islanders at bay? And I'm not sure. Right?
This is going to be interesting. The Islanders play a specific type of hockey to where it's very defensively stingy. They're a defensively stingy team. They always have been. They're a team that you don't think much of when you think of high octane offense. They're a team that has always whittled their teams down with good defense. The addition of Matthew Schaefer is huge for them. It's gonna be great for them for years to come. This game is going to be an interesting one. The Blues, if they come out and they get a lead in this game, the Blues got to show us that the Blues are capable of holding on to leads. That's the biggest. That is the biggest issue for the St. Louis Blues, and that's holding on to leads. The Blues have shown us in multiple games this year that they are capable of being absolutely phenomenal defensively, and they can also be offensively aggressive. They have shown us both. The fact of the matter is they have showed us both, but they've also shown us a team that is incapable of holding on to leads. Yeah. They need to get to their game, and they need to stick to it for 60 minutes and not stray away from it. This is a team in the Islanders who are going to come hard and come fast, especially with how they've been playing, and they're going to be focused and ready to come in and get a win at home in front of their home fans.
Yeah. Chris Jockey says it's his fault. My fault. Haven't figured out which souvenir cup is the lucky cup. Guy knows how many I got. Yeah, I do. Matt Lowe says Snuggie gets a goal today. Dr. Detroit said Robert Thomas. He also said New York Islanders 5-2. Player of the game for Scary will be Jonathan Drouin. E says Blues 4-3. Dr. Detroit said Schaefer got the call from Team Canada, and he said the New York Islanders bullied the Red Wings, and the Red Wings beat the Blues twice. I mean, using that logic, I see where you're going. Yeah. So what's your predictions and player?
Well, and I'll get into that. But my thing is don't listen. I get the logic behind it. Let's not act like the Detroit Red Wings are world beaters. The Detroit Red Wings missed the playoffs last year. So the Detroit Red Wings, although they are playing great hockey, they have great players. Let's not act like the Detroit Red Wings are the Detroit Red Wings of the 90s, okay? They're a team that missed the playoff last year. They are overexceeding expectations right now. They should. They've had a roster for years now where they should have been in playoff contention and weren't. So the Buffalo Sabres, they beat a hot Chicago team. They beat them, 8-3, 9-3, something like that? So, and you're going to tell me that the Chicago Blackhawks are all of a sudden a good team because they're high in the standings right now? No, they're still the same team they were last year. Exact same. So my prediction tonight, I'm going to say the Blues win this game 4-2. I think Jordan Binnington has a good game today. I think my player to watch tonight is going to actually be, I think it's going to be Neighbors in this one. I didn't say Neighbors in the last one, but I think Neighbors is going to have a good game in this game. I think he's going to build off of what he had last game.
Yeah, you saw the energy he brought that last game. He absolutely brought the energy. Stanley Cup winners are from the Red Wings division, Justin. That's true. I will give you that. But again, the Red Wings have not been good for a long time. They're getting better, but they still haven't been good for a long time. I'm with you with the Blues win. I really do think that this team, this is the game. This is the game. You either got it or you don't, and this is the make or break it. This is buy or sell. This is my buy or sell game. You know, where the GMs go, okay, time to make a move or not time to make a move. Right? This is it. You're at the quarter point. You got to figure it out. If there's a problem in the locker room, that locker room guy's got to get shipped out somehow, right? You're 5. So this is your third game of the 5. So technically, this is your halfway point. This is your halfway point of the 5-game road trip. Yep. You have to get a win. You have to build on that, and you're going to have to build on that, especially going up against a New York Rangers team who has struggled at home, but they're still a good team with good players on it. You're going to have to build on this in that game, and then on that game, you're going to have to further build on that, and you're going to have to play a really, really, really good New Jersey Devils team. You're going to need to. The Blues are not far gone in this. Like they're 0-0-2. So they've gotten points in 2 games. Not good enough. They still needed to have 2 points in those games, especially with the way that I thought that they played in those games. I thought they were better than just 1 point each in both. But we shall see. The Blues need a win tonight. I don't know if it's a necessarily make or break thing because I don't think the Blues are making any big roster moves until the trade deadline. So for any Blues fan getting their hopes up, don't get your hopes up because the Blues aren't making any moves until the trade deadline. Yeah, Dr. Detroit goes, Blues will be golfing soon. I think Detroit will be too, bud. Yeah. I'm going with the Blues win. I think the standard 4-2 score is probably the best. Player to watch, I think I'm going to say Bukestad. I want to see what he's going to do on that fourth line, sitting for a little bit. You know, what you came in here he was a free agent, right? Came in here as a free agent. Let's see what you got. Let's see it's ready for you. You don't have to get on the score sheet, but you got to be noticeable on that fourth line. Bring energy, get pucks, win puck battles. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. The thing that's, I want to say this because the thing that's interesting also is the Blues are very, very good on the power play right now. They're one of the better teams in the league on the power play. And it's strange to see because the trend usually is if you're good on the power play, you're usually a good team. So
yeah.
Generally, because you see a lot of power plays. If you're good on the power play, it's going to bring you success. The penalty kill has struggled a bit. It's been very good at times. It's looked really, really good at times. But the numbers, the bounces just haven't gone their way sometimes. But if the special teams are generally good, the team as a whole generally is good. And we're seeing the opposite right now, which is very weird.
Yeah. So the Blues are at 24.5%. They're 8th in the NHL in the power play. The Islanders are 14.3%, 29th. So, I mean, in that, the Blues can get a little aggressive. However, the Blues are in the penalty kill are at 73.6. They are 27th in the NHL, whereas the Islanders on the penalty kill are at 82.6% and 11th. The Blues overall are without adjusted, not counting shorthanded goals. They're at, and I'm going to make sure I get my math right here, 98.1 overall, not counting the shorthanded goals. And actually, they scored 2 shorthanded goals, so that brings their power play percentage up a little bit. They've given their penalty kill up a little bit. They've only given up 1 shorthanded goal, which is 7th in the NHL. I mean, they've been good there. The Islanders have allowed 5 shorthanded goals. Mm-hmm. That's the worst in the NHL. They've scored 5 shorthanded goals. That's the best in the NHL. Mm-hmm. They've allowed 2 shorthanded goals. So, I mean, and then penalty-wise, the Blues are averaging 6.9 minutes, which is 4th, and the Islanders are averaging 11.5. If this becomes a special teams game, I think it favors the Blues. I really do.
The Islanders are they are an aggressive penalty killing group, so that is one thing. If the Blues get power plays that they'll have to watch out for, but with the way that the Blues have moved that rock on the penalty or on the power play has been absolutely just electric. I have not seen movement from the Blues like that on the power play in years. You know, it's probably since the Tarasenko's were here. Near the end of his time here in St. Louis, it kind of became more predictable. Every team was kind of just covering Tarasenko because they knew he was getting the puck. Yeah. But this power play unit has looked the best it's looked in years. So
Dr. Detroit says terrible PKs kills teams. Red Wing PK last season was 69%. We got to ask the question from John Hefner. And I haven't looked it up yet, and probably during this game I will look it up. He asked what, at this point last season, what was the Blues plus minus? Because it's minus 23 this year. I want to say it was close to that, to be honest with you.
I don't know what it was. I want to say it wasn't a negative, but I said I commented. I said -8.
8. How many? I got to see. This is Blues game team 22, so 21 games in. I will try and look at that while this game's going on, and we'll kind of go from there. We're at puck drop in about 3 minutes. I don't know how far behind. I'm at 2:34 on the screen.
Yeah, we're synced up. It looks like
we're synced up right now. Good.
Yeah.
So let me hear. I got to go to the 24-25 season. Then I have. Whoops! I got to go to the wrong one. Wrong.
No, I think he said 18, right? Didn't he say 2018?
No, he asked last year.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, then mine's wrong because I thought I was going off of the 18. I thought he was talking about the 2018-2019 season when the Blues won the cup.
No, I'm pretty sure he talked about. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I might have to go back, but 24-25. Oh, I can't do it on this one. I got to go to a different report. Okay. I actually closed the app I need. Okay, guy. Dum dum, give me gum gum, right? We'll see it. No, so on NHL, actually, what's really funny on the media site, the stats are not as searchable as they are on the actual NHL site. On the NHL site, the stats are like really, really searchable. Like I can go to the teams. I can go change the season to 24-25.
Yeah, it says so assignment to Guy and Justin. Our goal differential is negative 23 now. What was our goal differential in 2018 at this point?
Oh, 2018.
Yeah, 2018. Okay. That's why I said it was -8, though that was my guess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought it was I thought he was asking last year. Oh, I got to go to 2018. Actually, yeah, it was 2018, 2019. So beginning of the season, I think it started in October that year. Go to October 4th just to be sure. And then go to 2018, go in November. Actually, they had they did have a bad start going in November. Let's just do the same time and see how close we are. Because we played 21 games. The Blues had played 20, so close. And they were minus, you were close. I mean, I got to add one more game here, but 57, they were -6.
Okay, so I was close. I was pretty close.
Yeah, -6. Yeah, I thought he said last year. So let me see. I got to add one more game. So let me go to the 24th, maybe. See if that adds a game. Yep, that adds a game. And 67, 3. Looks like they were still -6. 67, 68, 69, 70. So 1, 72, 73. They were -6. 67 to 73.
Yeah, so I was close.
Right? Yep. So that was at 22 games. And actually, this game 22. So actually 21 was right. So -6. Yeah, you were close. You were close.
Yeah.
Did they announce the teams for the Olympics yet?
I do not know.
Stephen Glass says he's up
close.
early for this one. Oh, puck drop. I'm at 1952.
Okay. Somehow, I guess the commercial got us out of sync. So.
Yeah. Where are you, ahead or behind?
Behind.
Okay.
I'm behind.
Colton and Bennington on Canada. I haven't even heard Boberg could make Sweden. Only the cell phone version has chat enabled. Huh. I did not know that.
I think another guy that might be good to look out for today could be Dvorsky. Dvorsky might have himself a game today, too.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they've announced teams yet for the. Yeah, I don't think they've announced it yet.
I don't think they have. I think they've only kind of just made some calls.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening until like January.
Yeah, they probably won't name anybody until after the
Winter Classic. That's what I think.
After the Winter Classic. Yeah.
AC Generator said his money's on Shin.
I could see Shin having a decent game. Oh, and the Blues!
You're ahead of me now.
Oh, my bad.
I heard it.
Uh,
You've got the volume up just enough that I heard it.
oh well. Well, now I know why AC Generator said Shin.
Yeah.
You SOB. You know you just saw that.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, and what do you know? And what do you know? Your boy Pavel Buchnevich getting an assist.
Yep, he needed that one.
He did. Honestly, I will.
Man, roster has been made for Canada. Okay, I haven't.
Okay.
JC Generator says I'm psychic, so they're ahead of us.
Yeah, you're definitely
I'm at
ahead. There's
16.
I'm at 1907.
Yeah, you're about 3 seconds ahead of me.
Right. Yeah. So, you're definitely ahead of us, AC Generator.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that anybody's picking Braden Shin to be the player to watch.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I will say though, that line, like I was saying, that line last game had a great game. The two vets in between the youngster, they looked great.
Yeah. Devo got his first apple.
First
assist. Was that Devo's first assist? I will check that out here real quick. It could be. I don't know for sure.
I don't know if that's his first. I think it's his first assist this year because that was his first 5-on-5 point, I think.
Yeah, I think. Oh, thanks, Doctor. Says you guys put on a good show. Thanks, Doctor. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
get more people. Help more people watch us. We do the best
Appreciate
we can, man. Yes, that was his first of the year, but I think he got an apple last year when he was up.
Yeah, I think he did too. I think that was his.
Wrong.
I think that was his first. I know it's his first 5-on-5 point of this year because he's had all his 3 goals have been on the power play.
Yeah.
Now that I know I'm ahead of you, I won't spoil it. My bad on that one. I didn't know that you were behind me.
Yeah. Your volume's just loud enough that I can hear it. Can you tune it down a little bit?
Can you hear it now?
Right? No. Can you hear it?
Okay. No.
So try this. Turn your volume up a little bit, but put your hand over. Is your mic on your headphones or is your mic on your
I'm using because I'm watching it on my monitor on my through the Xbox, and it's through my headset. So I was trying to turn it up loud enough to where it wouldn't pick it up. So technically, you actually are hearing it more than I'm hearing it because I have an earbud in. I could probably just take one out, and I could probably hear it that way. Yeah, I can hear it a little better that way. Can you hear it?
Okay. No, I cannot.
Can you hear it right now? Okay. So it's high enough for me to hear, but not loud enough for you to hear.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not hearing it. Right?
Although I think a little bit, although it may be just a little bit, it might be okay. I don't think it's enough to, cause any problems, as far as I know.
Dr. Detroit says, I'll cheerlead from Toronto. Thank you, Doctor. We appreciate that. Bush had a 5-on-5 goal in Detroit. Did he? I don't think so. I'll look that up. You could be wrong. You could be right. I don't know. I can look that up. Give me a second. I will look at Bush. No, he only has 2 goals, and they're both power play goals.
It's actually interesting. Yeah, it's actually interesting that you were talking about Broberg also too, because I think Broberg could probably play on Sweden this year.
Yeah.
But
he could.
I think he's been that good. Obviously it's under. It would be under a microscope because the points have not been there for the Blues defense. But I think underhandedly, the stats, I guess, don't tell the whole story. I think Broberg's been very, very good.
Yeah. By the way, that was Devo's first assist in the NHL.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Memes, how you doing, bud? Welcome.
He's earned his spot so far. He hasn't lost it, and I don't expect him to. I hope that this, like you said, that this is the official call up for Dvorsky, and we don't have to ever talk about him being down in Springfield again.
Yeah, I don't see him going down. I don't. I mean, the only way he would go down is the only way that I could see him going down is the Blues make a trade that brings 2 players in or 3 players in, and it brings 2 players in to where they have to roster them. They can't waive them. So since Devo has waiver ability, he's waiver exempt, I could see him getting sent down then. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I'm with you for sure. Like I said though, I do not expect the Blues, like for any Blues fan who is overzealous about the Blues making a move, I don't expect a move unless the trade deadline is here and the Blues are just not in it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like any big move, like a slight move, sure, but not a big move. Like we're not going to see a Braden Shin moved here soon. It'll be at the deadline if the Blues are bad still.
All right. Well, the Blues, and Stephen Glass says that if you get a 2-goal lead, get a 3-goal lead. They actually had a 3-goal lead. They were up, weren't they up 3-0 or 3-1? I think they were up 3-0 against who was it? Philly at the home game. Weren't they up 3-0 in that game?
No, I think it was 3-1. Yeah, 3-1, I believe. It's because it was 2-0. The Flyers scored. Oh wait, no. Or was it? Or it might have been, but I think it was. No, I think it was 3-0, but then the Flyers scored immediately. The Flyers scored immediately, so then it was 3-1. Yeah, like right after. So yeah, I think it was 3-0. The worst game was the Detroit game. They lost that game when they were up 4-0.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the ice? Yes, I have seen it, and we're still working on getting Kelly Chase on the show. But the Ice Guardians is taking off, and that's going to make really hard for us to get him. I know he wants to come on. He's talked about it to me. It's just been tough. Stephen Glass says it was 3-1. I got to remember what day that game was. When was that game? Was that a Thursday game?
No, it was the home game against Philly was Friday.
Friday. Here we go. Game summary. Oh no, it was 1-1, and then St. Louis made it 3-1. You're right. Zegers got that goal early, or got a goal at the 8 mark, and then we scored right away. And then okay. You're right. It was 3-1. I was wrong. So
I thought it was 3-1. I don't know why I was thinking that it was 3. I just thought because of how well they actually did play in that game, and then the blown leads were the issue.
Well, Detroit has tied the Blue Jackets, and they're in overtime. It's 3-3 with 4:01 to go in overtime.
What's the score of that game?
3-3.
3-3. Yeah, Columbus. Man, Columbus. Honestly, Columbus is they're an exciting group. I'd love to see them be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
they're a fun group to watch.
According to Dr. Detroit, Red Wings win it in OT. My thing hasn't updated yet, which is possible. My box hadn't updated. I'll update it. And he is, it still froze. So I don't know. He could be correct. I probably is correct. Oh!
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
That was close.
Thomas needs to shoot a little more. He's a great passer, but he's also got a shot. I think he needs to shoot a little more. And you're a little ahead of me, right? Like a couple of seconds. I'm at 11:48, 11:45.
Yeah, I'm a couple seconds ahead of you, but I'm not. Like I said, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, no, it's working. We're working good. We talked about how we did this last time. Oh, by the way, we're counting this as Sunday show because I told my anniversary was Thursday. Wife wants me to take her to an early dinner on Sunday.
Okay.
So, but we'll have a special show on Monday. Is that cool? Sorry about that.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Haven't been paying attention to the giveaways. I'll try and pay a little more. All right. Good dumping by Broberg there. This is one. This is. I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is the one thing that I think the Blues really. Oh, Bukestad. That was Bukestad, right? 77.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bukestad with a wraparound.
With a nice little wraparound. Yeah. My player to click. Almost click.
The Blues. The Blues in this game have like what you've been talking about. Me personally, I have a different mindset of this one. The Blues have started hot in most of their games. They just don't seem to keep it. So the Blues seem to come out and play pretty well. There's a few games where that's an exception, where they come out and don't play very well. But most of the games, especially in these 3 road games that they've played, they've come out well in all 3.
Yeah. Agreed.
So they've came out well against Toronto. Eventually lost that game, blowing that game. They came out well in Philly, blew that game, and then they're coming out hot in this game. New York is struggling really hard now to get in the zone. The Blues are making it very, very difficult to get in the zone. The fact of the matter is when the Islanders do get in there, are they going to capitalize on their opportunities? That's going to be the question.
Here's AC Generator going, what is it with wives wanting to do something on their anniversaries anyways? Be honest, this is so for our anniversary, I made pork steaks. My wife likes them. I didn't make them as good as I normally do because I kind of screwed up. Normally, for pork steaks, because of what we get here, I usually take a pork shoulder, non-cut, and more like a pork roast, and cook it. I don't have a grill. I can't because I live in an apartment. So I have to I cook it in a slow cooker with usually like bourbon or some alcohol with liquid smoke, mixed with liquid smoke. Well, this time I forgot the bourbon, just did the liquid smoke, but I did it with pork steaks, which are thinner, and I cooked them a little too long I let them go too long in the slow cooker, so they didn't dry out completely, but they dried out a little more than I would have liked. So by the time I figured out what was happening, it was kind of too late to get them in the moisture. But it was still a good dinner. But no, she'd like to go to a nice dinner. I don't, but 33rd anniversary, I think I should take her to a nice dinner, right? Mm-hmm. Any woman that's put up for me for 33 years, hell, you put up with me for 6 months and you deserve dinner. And same way for me, I put up with you for 6 months. Right.
I think we had our pleasantly exchanges. I think we went to quite a bit of food restaurants, had a couple drinks. I think it all worked out.
Yeah. Right. Oh, nice save, Bennington. I think we're caught up. I'm at 1958.
What are you at?
1952 or 950. 950.
Okay. No, I think you're ahead of me. I don't know. That's so weird how the commercials unsync everything. So weird.
What happens? So I'm watching on ESPN. You're watching on the app. During the commercial, sometimes they let that commercial run a little long, and then as soon as they come in, then they bring it in. So that's what delays it a little bit, right? Delays it a little bit. So what I do during the commercial, I go live, so it bounces it up, right? Mm-hmm. So during the commercials, I for ESPN, I got a little like lightning button. You click on that, and it takes you to the live mark. If you're not live,
what are you at right now?
908.
Okay, yeah, you're ahead of me. So,
hey, Ted Dieterman, how you doing? Oh, another good save by Bennington. Oh, sorry, you're a little behind.
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I did say Bennington would have a good game. I hope I'm right.
So far, right? He's had, of the 3 shots, 2 have been. Oh, Tucker's right there. Snugger just a little. I think it got tipped high. Otherwise, Neighbors would have had a great shot.
Sorry, go ahead.
Joey just said it, but the chemistry seems to be there this game.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. The chemistry has felt there for the 3 games that they played on the road here. It's the fact of the matter of like keeping it going. They've blown every game so far. So
closing it out.
Yeah, closing the game out. So if they can close the game, that's my thing. If the Blues would close these games out, the Blues would be over 500 right now. That's the crazy part. The Blues would be over 500. and I think
Oh, I
well over
agree.
500.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
But we'll see.
Oh,
I can't hate. It's so hard for me to get frustrated when I see a Blues team that is playing well, but just not getting the results. It's frustrating. I want them to win, but
yeah,
if they're playing well, how can I hate them for that?
yeah,
Oh, that was a close chance by Pareko right there.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That pass to Kyrou.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to sync it up a bit more. I'm at 724 now.
Oh, they're going to look at this. I think the puck went in. I think the puck might have gone in. They're going to look at this. Either that or Tyler Tucker got lucky and saved it. But you can't cheat anymore because of the camera. You used to be able to cheat, but now the camera, I'll tell you what. I am a proponent of instant replay. But I would like them to take some of the judgment calls out of instant replay, right? For me, some of the like what do you call it? The offsides, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're splitting hairs to see if the puck was offsides or not, let whatever the call on ice stands, right? To me, that's what it should be, right? Let the call on ice. If you got to split hairs, call on ice stands, and that's the way I am with that.
Yeah, everything. It's so weird with the rulings of everything. We talk about this at nauseum, so it just kind of like, man, like it kind of just gets old at some point. But it's like everything in the NHL is just, it seems so 50-50 now. Like it doesn't seem like anything's ever clear cut. It always seems like there's always a but, or there's always an if. Yeah. There's never like, oh, that's that doesn't count. Oh, this counts, kind of thing.
I get it. I do get it, bud. I get it. I'm with you on that. And we beat the dead horse, but that goal, that goal where Tucker absolutely saved the goal there. Absolutely saved the goal.
That was a good push, but like they've been saying, Bennington's been working on that push edge work, pushing off.
Yeah,
and that looked good there. He was good. It just ended up bouncing off of him and then going to another Islander, which would have just been another bad break for the Blues. But yeah, Tucker did save that one. Great save by Tucker.
I don't think 30 seconds is enough. I think it should be a minute to 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes should be the thing on that, especially if it's something they need to talk about or look at, for something like the offsides. No, that should take a minute. But a goaltender interference, that one, I think sometimes discussion needs to be held. Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, and the thing is the goalie interference ones. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're okay.
No, I just was saying that the thing with the goalie interference thing is discussions need to be had, but the thing is they do have discussions, but they don't get it right. So that's the problem. And I get it. I always, like you say, you got to do the human factor, but there's a point of human factor when you're on the ice and you're looking at a fast game and it happens. Yeah. But when you look at it from a replay standpoint and you're physically sitting there watching it for 5 minutes and you can't tell me that was blatantly goalie interference, that's a problem to me. That's a massive problem.
Well, again, and I don't want to get too deep into it, right? Because we have the game going on. Mm-hmm. For me, I think that when you add the other factors in, this is, and unfortunately, this has hurt the Blues a couple of times. When you add the other factor in of what happened with Chicago, where, they came back and they got that one wrong, everyone blew up, and this was a similar situation. They're like, well, if we got that one wrong and this is the same, then it's got to stand. So I do think that played into it a little bit, but I do get what you're saying. I absolutely do get what you're saying, and there does. I do think you need that. I wish instead of the guys in Toronto, and I understand, I don't mind keeping the war room in Toronto, but I also think they should still have a guy that is in the arena doing the replays also. Mm-hmm. Right? Because here's my question. In the war room, is this the only game that guy's watching?
Mm-hmm.
And it may not be. He may be going back and seeing the play afterwards, not live. And that has something to do with it. Right? And that's why I think that having a guy in that watching it live would be a different thing. And maybe I'll put that question out to one of the reporters I know and see if they can tell me if in the war room, if the guy, there's one person individually watching the games, or do they not come in until, something, like at the 2-minute mark, or we know within a minute that the reviews are 2 minutes to review. 1 minute from period, 2 minutes from the game, the reviews are initiated by Toronto. So we know at that point, one individual is watching the game, but is that individual watching the game the whole way through?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good point.
That is a good point. So, and I think that's why that the NHL should implement a referee that's physically there live instead of just having a war room where you don't know if that official or if that person checking that footage is paying attention to other games, because that kind of throws your opinion and your analysis of what happened off a bit if you're watching other games.
Well, here's my thing. That review was initiated by Toronto,
mm-hmm.
right? So Toronto saw something in that play that said, hey, we need to look at this. But then the two referees, this is where now the more I think about this now, I'm starting to fall in your category here.
Mm-hmm.
Glove save by Bennington there. The two referees come back and say, oh, well, we don't think this. And then Toronto agrees. Well, hold on. What did they say to make you change your mind? Because you thought there was enough there to review it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right?
Well, and I think the counter argument to this will be, oh, well, the league reviews everything under a minute. Okay, that's fine. But you still felt it necessary to go and look at it. I don't go into a game like where if someone scores in the last minute, I've never seen anything pop up where it's a league review. I've never seen it. So,
well, no, I've seen league reviews before. So here's the thing: the league actually reviews every single goal.
Mm-hmm.
Every single goal. So that's why I wonder whether or not someone is individually watching the game, or if they're watching a bunch of games and when a goal scores and they go and review that, right? One person reviews that or whatever. I wonder. I really do wonder. I don't know where Hef is, man. He might be out cold. Who knows? I haven't seen him. I was hoping to see him. I don't completely agree with that. The refs on ice should have zero input. They already made their call. The refs on the ice are doing what I think the guy up in the a fifth official in the press box watching the game would do, understanding the flow of the game. I just think that maybe they're too close to it. And, no one wants to be proved they're wrong, right? So they called it a good goal on ice. They wanted
and
enough
actually,
to make it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, and actually, it wasn't the other way around where why is the officials making the call for Toronto? They make the review, and then supposedly what you read is that Toronto agreed with the officials. So why is Toronto's opinion only their opinion when it's the referee's opinion. Like, shouldn't they have their own opinion of what happened instead of just asking just the officials?
Hey, we got Vitelli Hideaway, Jamie Coleman, the bartender that made me shocked for a moment. Hey, Jamie, welcome, buddy. Welcome, man. Welcome, Vitelli's Hideaway. Thanks for watching us. Right, that was pretty good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we did a show up there during the Calgary game. Jamie was the bartender, and during the game, when I'm on the show, I normally don't drink, especially if I'm on a live, because there's so much that I have to. Justin can tell you, my brain is running 900 miles a minute. I have so many things that I need to be working with, right, Justin?
Yeah, no, sorry, I cut out, so I couldn't. I didn't. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, during a live, my brain, there's just so much, right? Even with what I'm delegating to you, there's a lot that I still have to keep on my plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
the Blues. Sorry, no, I just was saying the Blues will get the first power play of the period here.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
You're Blues will. Yeah, I just wanted to throw it out. Palmieri will get a penalty there. But so big time for the penalty, but power play. But yeah, no, it's such a good moment, such a wholehearted moment. Because guy looked at me, he's like, "That thing's definitely spiked."
It turns out. So I just drink Coke, right? I drink Coke or Diet Coke or Coke or Coke Zero. I don't like Diet Coke. It's got a funny taste to me. Coke or Coke Zero. And I thought it was a Coke. And it even said, "Let's go Blues" on it. So I figured they'd put that on my cup for me. I go to take it. Oh, my God. It turns out it was vodka and unsweetened iced tea. Now, it's not that I don't drink. I do drink. But when you're not expecting that hit.
It hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hit me, and then I'm surprised when he did that, and I took a drink of mine. I only had a Sprite, I believe, so I was expecting some vodka in my Sprite, and there was nothing in mine. That Jamie, he just said, "Hey, I'm just going to give it to Guy. Let's see what he thinks." But
what he did, I'm taking a drink of his drink, which is what I got. He's taking a drink of my drink, wondering, wait a minute, this ain't right. As I'm going, "Hey, Jamie, can I get something non-alcoholic over here?"
Yeah, it was a good moment for sure. Actually, and there was a correction on that one. Matthew Barzell actually took the penalty on that one. It wasn't Comer. There's this I'm telling you what, from what I'm seeing on this power play, man, they got so much good movement, man. So much good movement.
Barzell for hooking at 17:30.
So good. Sorry, what'd you say?
It's been a well-played period, and also it's been a good power play, I think. Usually the Blues' first power play is really good. Right? Yeah, he was Rob Steven.
Yeah, the power play, was the power play's been the Blues. That's the funny thing though is the Blues power play, usually they have one that's usually an absolute stinker, and then the rest of them will be okay. The Blues have had a pretty consistent power play. Besides
man, well, that power play went away. Falk got called for hooking or holding.
Was it holding or hooking?
Holding. I think it was holding. You did this, so it's holding.
Mm. And I don't know if the last one, I don't know if the call that they got called for was a penalty or not. It might have been pretty weak. So I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw it.
Oh no. Falk had his stick.
That's definitely, so maybe it wasn't. I'm talking about the one that they got called for. I don't remember seeing it too in depth, but man, that was a very, very close chance for Dvorsky. Thomas to Snuggerud on the goal line Cam Fowler. Oh my God, Cam Fowler just right on the doorstep.
Yeah, they had some good change. They had some good opportunities there. A little 4-on-4 here.
All right, well, I'm ready for I'm ready for the Justin Falk slander on Twitter to happen because he took a penalty, even though he's not been as bad as everybody says he's been. He
No,
has the most points.
I think he's had a good season. You know,
Yes,
he actually has more goals. He has more goals this season than he had all of last season.
Yeah, well, he has the most points for any Blues defenseman right now. He's 12 point. He is I think he has 12 points. I think or 14 or something like that. I think it's 12. I think he has 12 points. He's did you know that Justin Falk is amongst the leaders in points for any defenseman in the league
No,
right
I
now?
did not know that.
Yeah, Justin Falk. Justin Falk is tied, I think, with Cale Makar. And I think the Matthew Schaefer, I think, is the guy who has the most points right now for the defenseman in the league. Yeah,
I can actually tell you that up to today, not counting today, but up to today, I can tell you that if you give me a moment.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I know Justin Falk has 12, I believe, 6 goals and 6 assists. All right, that's the end of the second period, folks. Blues up 1-0. Overall, a good period by both teams. Kind of a back and forth tilt. That one. That's the thing, guy. I look at both of these games right now, or all three of these games, and that was the most even between the teams. I thought that they were the better team in Toronto. I thought that they were the better team in Philly to start off the games. This game, I kind of feel like it's even.
So what he was talking about was goals, not points, right? He said points, but he meant goals. Cale Makar has 8 goals. Schaefer has 7. Falk is tied for third with Brzezinski with 6, right? Because Makar has 28 points and Falk only has 12. So he's not even close in points. He's tied for 21st.
Okay. Well, I thought I could have swore they showed something.
Goals.
I can't. Yeah, but this thing had 12. Maybe it was, but I don't think it. When they pulled it up on the broadcast the last game, I don't think it was. I don't think it was goals because I don't remember seeing 6. But it might have been. It might have not been. But whatever. Fact of the matter is, Justin Falk has not been as bad as everybody has said he's been.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, bud. I agree with you. And I'm just making sure we get, we correct ourselves. Stephen Glass says, I have no issue with Falk. I think some Blues fans are just nuts. I agree with you. The Blues at their best can beat any team in the league. The problem is they are inconsistent with their play, and I agree with that too. Let's do some stat mongering. What do you say we do some of that, bud?
Mm-hmm. Let's
the
take a look.
Blues are leading 1-0, and I gotta pop this, make this a little bit bigger so I can see it. Okay, shots are 7-6 in favor of the Isles. The Isles have, and I'm making sure I get my math right, 15 attempts, and the Blues have 18 attempts. So they out-attempt them. Hits are 10-8 in favor of the Blues. Giveaways are 5 apiece. Islanders have 4 takeaways to the Blues 1. Islanders have blocked 7 shots. The Blues have blocked 3. Face-off, the Blues are winning that 6-3, 67% to 33%. The Blues have the only goal, a beauty by Dvorsky, Bushnevich, and Chen, giving Devo his first NHL assist. The Matthew Barzal gets a penalty at the 17:30 mark, and then a little over a minute and a half later, Justin Falk gets one for holding, and that will put the Islanders on about a minute and 20-ish. No, about a minute and 3 of, if I'm reading that right. Put them over about a little under a minute of power play time to start the period with fresh ice. So the Blues need to win that face off and kill off some of that time. I have a what do you feel in this period? You're looking at this period, 1-0 Blues. Any impressions? What anything that you took out of this period, Justin?
I thought the Blues did what they were doing against Toronto and Philly, and that was making it hard for them to get into the zone. I thought obviously near the end portion of that period, the Islanders were getting their chances. I don't think anything has stuck out to me that, oh my God, like the Islanders were just so significantly the better team. I thought that this was a pretty good road period for the Blues, and I thought this was an okay period for the Islanders. I thought that this game was kind of back and forth. It kind of went either way. But as for like chances in this game, I think the Blues have had the better of the chances. Like as for like what I've seen been put on net, the Islanders had that one chance where Tucker had to save it, but it was kind of like a weird play. He like bounced off, saved the puck, and then it like went to another Islanders player skating in, and then Tucker had to save it. So as for the game, I think the Blues have done a pretty good job at controlling. I mean, maybe not full controlling, but controlling it enough to where the Islanders haven't seemed to get a lot of chances.
Well, here's some bad news, good news. For right now, the Blues, after this period, are now even in the first period, right? Mm-hmm. The Islanders were +3. They're now +2. In the second, the Islanders are even. The Blues, unfortunately, are minus 14. Blues need a big second period to kill that a little bit. So, I mean, there is a little bit here. The Islanders have given up more shots than they've taken in the third, but then again, so have the Blues. The number is significantly larger for the Blues than is the Islanders. Islanders only -5 in shot category, where the Blues are -13. I don't know. I like what we've seen so far. Matt Lowe says Snuggie is good at playmaker, and Devo continues to get better, more comfortably. I do like what we're seeing with that. I do like how this team is starting to come together a little bit. And Bucci getting an assist there is good. I mean, he still needs to get the score sheet too. You know, he needs to get, some in the back of the net, but he's had a good game so far. I don't think I can look at the score sheet, the individual score sheet for the Blues, and tell you anybody that had like a period where I went, I don't know. So even Buchnevich had the assist, he's +1, and he's blank on the score sheet. Does that mean he had a bad period? I don't think so. He played 6:30. You look at Shen. Shen played 6:50, so just 20 seconds more. 8 shifts to 8 shifts. Shen had a shot and a hit, right? And Devo on that same line with the assist, he played 6:06, so he played 2 minutes less. So he played a shift less, basically, and had a goal, had a shot, had 2 attempps, 2 giveaways, and he was 2 for 2 in the faceoff circle, or 2 for 2 and 2, so 50%, right? Yeah. Blues are controlling the faceoff though, 67-33. So I'm like, okay, I'll be okay with that, right?
It's good to see a Blues team being a good faceoff. I mean, they have one of the best faceoff coaches in the league, and Steve Ott. Steve Ott was a continuous 50% guy in the dot his whole career. He never fell under 50%. So, in his whole career, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I met Ott once, his first season as an assistant coach when Yo was here. Mm-hmm. I screwed up. I got a picture with Yo and not Ott. But at that point, but the thing is, so this was in 17 or 16, 17, 18. And the Blues had started really, really well. Yo had taken over the previous year when Hitchcock was let go. He was the coach in waiting, which I didn't like at all. I don't like that coach in waiting thing because at some point in the season, players don't know who to listen to, right? And it becomes obvious, right? We were outside of the arena in Vegas, and the coaches came walking right up by us, right up by us, and I ended up getting a picture with Mike Yo. So really, like, I was a fangirl. I was fangirling it then, and that was a period where I hadn't. The thing is, I hadn't seen a hockey game in 2 years. No, about a year. So and it, like in since 2008, I had seen 3 hockey games. Right. I got to go in 14 to a game against the Oilers, I think. Yeah, the Edmonton Oilers. Tarasenko scored the overtime winner. I got to go to a game, and I got to go to the Western Conference Finals in San Jose in 16, and then this game was in 17, and it was only the 3rd game I'd been to in like 6 years. Right, since 2014, so 5-6 years. So not a fan of getting up at 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning for a hockey game. I do it a lot sometimes, man. When it's the late night games for you, sometimes I'm getting up early, Steve, but I get it, man. I get it. But hey, thanks, Steve, for joining us. We really appreciate you out there in Australia, bud. All right. I'm happy with this period. I really am. And I'm happy with the show. I think the show's doing good, bud.
Yeah, this was exactly what we needed. My thing is the Blues. I don't have a concern with the Blues starting the games per se, and I've always felt that way. Like, even though most Blues fans will say, "Oh, the Blues start the period terrible," there is times where the Blues start slow, and you can see it. But most of the times, the Blues start hot. It's not the starting hot that's the problem. It's the closing hot. They don't close hot. They fumble the bag, and they've lost many games. I mean, hell, they've lost 2 or 3 2-goal leads against the same team this year in the Flyers. In the Flyers, although the Flyers are overseeding expectations, they got a good player in Trevor Zegras. The Flyers still missed the playoffs last year. They were still not a good team. Yeah. So, that's something you need to fix. It's not just the Flyers that you blew the lead to. You blew the lead against Toronto. You blew the lead against Detroit. Like, all them teams are teams that you should have beat.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you completely. I'm getting some stuff from Dante's Inferno here. He just said that was a great assist by Buchnevich, and it's something that he needed. It might help him get going. I hope it does. I still look at this team, and I can't say this is a bad team. And this, to me, it's a good team playing bad. It's not a bad team. Would you agree with that?
Like I said, it's so weird. Like I said, the stats that I have went over are just so counterintuitive or counterproductive, I guess, from what I feel like I've seen. I feel like I've seen a team that's tried out there. I feel like a team that has given effort out there. They just their biggest issue is closing games. I think that's the best way I can describe it. If they would close the games that they have had, I'm telling you, I mostly believe that the Blues would be well over 500 if they closed the games that they should have closed.
Yeah. Chris said he was watching football, and the announcers made a comment that fits the Blues. That the only way to figure it out is to close games, is to do it. Can't learn it in practice. I agree. I mean, the Blues kind of own that period. Oh, shots change it. Hits. So yeah, the Blues kind of own that period. So
I mean, well, and it's kind of weird. The eye test, I'm kind of shocked. Me personally, I thought the Blues owned Toronto for most of the game in Toronto, and I don't think that you saw it that way. So it's kind of weird that you thought that they kind of owned this period, because I thought that this was actually more of an even tilt. I thought the Blues had the better of the chances in this period. But as for like a team that's kind of been going back and forth, the shots were what, 7-6. And the last shot came at the very end.
They ended up changing it 6-6. They took a shot away. So it's even up.
Okay, so it's even up now. So it's 6-6. So I mean, it was kind of an even game. As for the team who's had the better of the chances, I think the Blues have had the better of the chances. They've had a few odd man breaks. They had that really, really, really good chance by Fowler in the slot, like wide open on the power play. But yeah, I mean, I think that this has kind of been back and forth. The Islanders had that one chance where Tyler Tucker saved the puck.
Yeah. The Blues had more offensive zone time. They had the scoring chances were 6-3.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I looked at that period and I get what you're saying. So I understand that periods the teams go back and forth. You're going to get some back and forth, right? I think it was even. The Blues, Benner made some good saves. Their goalie made some good saves too. Yeah, they both did. I don't know. I felt like the Blues played a little better. Maybe it was close to even, but I felt like they played just a little bit better. We got a minute. Let's thank the people who put some thumbs in the air. Guido, Tad Dieterman, Daniel Russo, Ruhos, Chris Shockey, and Stephen Glass. Thank you for putting that love in the air. We really, really, really appreciate you.
Well, and that's kind of why I agree with you, because I think the Blues were the better team in that period, but that's the way I felt about the last two games. I thought the Blues, first of all, they got a point in those games, but I thought that they should have got two in both of those games. I thought that they were definitely the better team against Toronto. I think Toronto barely squeaked out a win. I think that was the squeakiest win that you could have possibly had. They should have won that board battle at the end there, but I think that they were a better team than Toronto in that game. I thought that they played a good game in Philly, got away from them again. They looked really good defensively at points in that game, and then they just slipped away. But I thought in both of those games they were the better team, in my eyes.
Overall, yeah, I kind of agree with you there, bud. I kind of do. What now? It comes down to this: the second period has been the Blues' Achilles heel, right? Now, is it mental or is it physical? We find out tonight, right? You're up 1-0, tight game. You got it. You got to take it out of that mental. You got to. If it happens again, it's no longer mentally, right? It's starting to be something that's coming out in the system where they're not doing the shift right or something like that. But you need to be able to take control of the game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely think that, right? And while we got a few minutes, we want to say it. Monday, we're playing the Rangers. We will have one guest, possibly two. If we have the second guest, he won't be on completely, but he might show up. It depends. But we will have, and I'll let you announce it there, bud.
No, I don't want to get into what we're if it is what I think you're talking about, because I haven't. That's not secured yet, so I want to hold off on that.
Okay,
I want to hold off on that till. So yeah.
Okay. There's a good chance we will see Shaggy on Monday. Right?
Oh, okay.
Playing the Rangers, there's a chance. Unless he goes to the game, there's a good chance we can see Shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know who Shaggy is, right? I think he's been on with you before.
No, I don't know. Maybe not though. I'm not too sure. But I do know I have seen him in the chat. Obviously, I know for sure. But that'd be cool. And then obviously, did you tell them who the other guest was? Or are we saying that?
No, I did not. Nope.
Okay.
You said not to.
Oh, for the Monday show. I thought you were talking about the Sunday show that I was talking.
No, Monday show.
Okay. Oh, the Monday show. We're going to have Corey back on for the intermission or for the pre games and possibly for some intermission stuff. So
Yep.
stay tuned for the Monday game. That should be
Okay.
a very, very
We're
fun
about ready
game.
to go to puck drop. And puck drop.
Yep.
We good?
Yep, we are synced, I believe. The Islanders have about 55 seconds on the power play.
Yeah, 40. I'm at 46. So
Yeah, I'm at the same time. I
Okay.
was saying from the beginning.
yep. We're good then.
Well, the good thing for the Blues is the Islanders have to start getting momentum at the start of this period, and it's not like a one that's still in a period power play. So hopefully the Blues can stifle them a bit. That was a great save by Benner right there.
Oh yeah, really good save. Oh, and then smart play.
Yeah, very smart.
Smart play.
Very smart play by the Benster.
Really smart. Basically kills the penalty. They get a partial rush.
Very good. The Blues get that penalty killed off. That's a big kill to start the period there.
Yep. Really good kill. Really good solid kill there.
Islanders didn't have a extremely long power play, so I mean it does lend to that, but still a good penalty nonetheless.
Actually, scoring chances were 7-6. I said that wrong.
Was it? No, I think you said that, didn't you?
I said 7. I thought I said 6-3, but it was 7-6.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah.
Chris Shockey said, I want a close game win. It shows more. I kind of agree with you, Chris. I also got to ask Chris a question about fishing.
Yeah. A close win will definitely give this team some confidence, especially because they've struggled to close out the close games. Mm-hmm. So if they can close out close games, just like they did in against Dallas. Dallas, I mean, I feel like they controlled that game for most of the game and against Dallas. But the fact of the matter is Dallas scored that goal to make it 2-1, and then the Blues had to really buckle down and finish the game, and they did. So that they're capable of it. It's just can they do it?
Devo just missed on a good shot there.
Yeah, I don't know. This line, I don't know. Maybe you were onto something when you were talking about how maybe you would have had Devo play with
Bushnevich.
With Bushnevich. I mean, even though they're not the same. Dvorsky is not Russian.
Yeah.
So
but the languages are similar.
Yeah, but I also just think that they're just playing good chemistry. I mean, in language barrier could have something to do with it, but I still think they're just playing well. I don't know. Maybe it's just something with having a youngster and Dvorsky with two veterans like Shin and Bush.
There's a nice wraparound by Bolduc. Yeah, Bolduc there.
Bolduc. It's actually funny that you bring up Bolduc because Bolduc has been ice cold for Montreal recently. So a lot of Montreal fans are.
Bolduc. I meant Boberg. Wow, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Wow. I know. I was messing with you. I knew what you meant, but the Bolduc has been ice cold, so Montreal fans have been a little bit more quiet now. But it's actually an interesting comparison. When I told you that Thomas was a benefactor of Bolduc being so good, getting success, he had most of his points on the power play. Most of his goals came on the power play. Most of Dvorsky's goals have come on the power play. So you kind of, if you think about it, you kind of replaced Bolduc with Dvorsky. If Dvorsky can continue to play well and get power play minutes with Thomas, and he continues to get goals, you kind of replaced Bolduc in a way.
Well, here you go. All of Dvorsky's goals have come on the power play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. 5-on-5 has not been good for the Blues. I mean, their 5-on-5 numbers are absolutely disgusting. So,
which is so weird because the Blues 5-on-5 is usually their strong suit.
Yeah.
That's usually where they sell, which is why I say that the Blues being so good on the power play is weird, because usually if you're good on the power play, you're a good team. You're in good standing. Just with how many power plays you see in a game.
Yeah. 5-on-5. The Blues have scored 39 goals and given up 55.
Mhm.
Oh, that was almost a penalty on Bennington.
Yeah, I know that would have been something.
Yeah.
Good thing Castle got a stick on that one.
Yeah, they haven't pressured yet. I don't think they're sitting back to win the game 1-0. I think that part of that was the penalty kill at the beginning, but we'll see.
Now, believe me, you'll see the thing is, to the eyes, you'll see a push. When you know a push is coming, you'll see a push. You'll feel a push. That's not a push. Islanders had a power play. I expect them to get some, at least some ozone time. Ooh, very good chance for Parayko right there. You just kind of feel like everyone's going right now, Yeah. You just feel like there's some.
Oh, nice move, Snuggerud. Oh, that almost connected a little. It slowed down a little too much. Offside.
Yeah, very good play by Thomas Snug and Parayko. Just, I think it whiffed off his stick a bit. I think.
Yeah, when he went to the forehand, it just came off his
very
stick.
good drive to the net though. But that's the Blues. That's the Blues' strength though. Their strength is when their defensemen jump up in the play.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, Islanders. Honestly, the Islanders are kind of transitioning. How I said that the Islanders are more of a defensive, stingy team, and that's generally how they've always played. Their system has always been that. Their coach is different now, or it's Patrick Waugh now. So, it is a little different because Barry Trotz, I believe, was the coach of the Islanders for the longest time. So he played, very stingy, very annoying hockey to play against. But now the Islanders are kind of transitioning more into a. It feels like they're more transitioning into a rush team than a defensive team.
Well, you just seen it right there. The way they came into the blue line, 4 guys, one guy bringing in it, 4 guys standing on the line, throw it in, and the guys rush in. So, I mean, that's exactly what you were talking about.
Well, and I think it's going to make because the Islanders, I'm not going to get into like a listing or anything like that, but like there's times where people view like who's like a boring team to watch. The Islanders for the longest time were really up there for one of the top teams for like most boring to watch, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But they played very, very boring hockey. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you're a Blues fan. You're going to say the Blues are saying the Blues. Blues are usually touted as one of the most boring teams too, but I think it's just because of how they play, their scheme. But over the years, the Blues have kind of dropped down on that list just because of the fact of the the talent that they have on the team and their ability to be rush offense sometimes. But I think with the additions that the Islanders have had, they're going to be more and more dropping down that list because they're going to be more exciting to watch rather than just a defensive juggernaut.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they're boring to watch. I think that they have boring moments, but I don't think they're boring to watch. I've only to be honest, I've only seen one really, really boring hockey game in my life. Right? And it was the first hockey game I'd seen in a long time. It was the last game played in the stadium in Chicago. It was a playoff game, Game 7, against Toronto, and Toronto won it 1-0, and they scored that goal early. And then this was, in '94, so this was 90s hockey. Sit back in the playoffs. You got the goal, and then you sat back and you played defense, and you didn't let them come in, you didn't let them shoot, and it was a kind of a boring game. right?
Mhm.
Blackhawks fans left that because their motto that year was because they were opening the United Center the next season, and it was right before the strike season too. They were, shouting "Remember the Boar" and tear it down. They were ready to rip that place apart. They were upset, and I wore a Blues jersey. I was that guy. I wore a Blues jersey to that game.
So I guess our buddy, I don't know who it was. He was right about the not Blues related, but he was right. The Detroit Red Wings picked up the win in overtime. Looks like against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit. The Brincat ends it. So, if anyone cares about that, Dr. Detroit, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just there's teams that play a specific system in a specific style that do have boring hockey games, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it speaks true to the system. Like if you're playing your system and that's the system that you have been accustomed to, and that's what you play, then you're doing your job right. Because if that's the system you're asked to play, then you're playing it right.
Blues getting a cycle going on. A short cycle, but getting something going on. They're fighting for it.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of been a neutral zone battle here. It's kind of been just kind of back and forth here. There's not much going on for sustainability. The Blues, like you said, I think the Blues have had the more ozone time, but
yeah, well, they had up to the second period. It may have changed a little bit, but
well, yeah. When I also think you have to add the power play into there. I mean, even though it was only like 50 seconds, but still gives you something. What people don't understand though is the power play. The power play gives you momentum. No matter what happens on the power play, the power play gives you momentum. This is why I think power plays. Power plays
passing.
Yeah,
nice.
That's why
passing.
I think. Power plays. That's why I was giving you when I was telling you that, like the placement of those power play, like when they were in Philadelphia and they ended up calling a penalty, and then they wouldn't call anything, and then the Blues finally got a penalty or power play, and they called it right after the Philly Flyers had a 4-minute power play. Like, what is that going to do? Like, that's not going to change any momentum or outlook on the game because of the placement of that penalty.
Yeah. Well, the Blues ended up scoring on that power play. They ended up scoring on that power play.
No, not on that power play. They didn't. No, because I was there. I remember it was the home game. The Flyers got a 4-minute.
Oh, wrong one.
Power play.
You were talking about the last game.
No. Yeah, the last game they scored, and I get it. Yeah, the Blues got to be better on the power play there, but still, like it's all about momentum. You know, when the Flyers had a 4-minute power play, of course they're going to have momentum. Okay, so the Blues getting a cycle going here. They're looking really. This line continues to still look very good. The Buchnevich, Shen, and Dvorsky line.
Yeah, Dvorsky just pulled off there. I don't know what happened. Dvorsky pulled off.
They've looked good. That line's been very noticeable in this game. I think the Thomas Snuggerud line has also been noticeable in this line or this game. The only line that hasn't really. That I haven't noticed the fourth line of much in this game.
Yeah, I haven't seen them that much, to be honest.
And I haven't noticed.
Bukestad had that one wraparound.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh, Bukestad just got traffic coned.
Oh, that's not a trip. That's good. Loses an edge there. The Barzell does. Yeah, that line and the Kyrou line hasn't been all that noticeable, but
oh no, Kyrou's been noticeable to me. I've been kind of keeping an eye. Kyrou's been, I think he's got one shot.
I've seen him, but I'm also comparing it a little bit to
he had one attempt.
Yeah, I'm also comparing it to the other games as well. Kyrou was all over the ice in both games in the last one, the Toronto game and the Philly game. And he's a little less noticeable in this game. Yeah. But that's okay. You know, you need other guys like Kyrou right now.
He's playing with Suter and Holloway.
Well, yeah, and I like that line. I think Suter's
In
been
fact,
good. I
they're
think
on the ice right now.
yeah, they're on the ice right now. So yeah, like I said, the only line that has
They're all
been
over
kind of
Kyrou. Look at him. Kyrou stayed away from two guys.
yeah, the only line that
Oh, nice shot.
been the only line that has been unnoticeable to me is the fourth line. That line's been pretty non-existent today, but every other line's been good. But that's what you need. Your fourth line doesn't need to show up every night. You'd like it to, but it's not. It's not going to happen that way.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Well, and I think in the grand scheme of things, most people kind of miss that in a way. The fourth line, although they don't get on the board, they're not paid to really get you on the board.
Yeah. Teddy says, hey, Justin, hey, guy, just getting here for the show. Been sick lately. Hope you feel better, Teddy. Hope you feel better, bud. And the Blues really need a win today to break the cycle. We agree with you, my friend. We agree. All right.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, you froze for a second.
Yeah, no, I just was saying that, like, most people don't understand that the fourth line is not meant to be your big point producers. It's meant to be the guy, your kind of your energy line per se. Like, you want to have that line show up because you want your more consistent guys to show up. You want your Robert Thomases, your Jordan Kyrous to show up and score. Fourth line's job isn't to score. Yeah,
you want that line to get that puck, get down there, make the hits. Any goal they get or any points they get is bonus, right?
Your fourth line, it needs to be used to wear other teams down. That's exactly what your fourth line is used for.
Exactly. We've talked about that. I talk about that a lot. Mm-hmm. How important it is. That's what the cycle does. That's what the cycle does. Most people don't realize how important the cycle really is.
Yeah, the Blues right now, they only have 10 shots. The Islanders have 12. The Blues have definitely controlled the cycle game. I mean, that's for sure. They've looked good on the cycle game. What time are you at, by the way?
7:06.
Okay. We're still kind of synced.
You up ahead or behind?
I'm ahead of you by a couple seconds.
Okay.
Blues are making a trend though. The Blues are making it quite a trend though of blocking shots. I have noticed that in this road trip so far.
I just turned the game off by accident. Hit the wrong button.
But do you agree there on that one?
I didn't hear what you said. I'm trying to get the game back on.
I said the Blues have made it an extinct mission to. In this road trip so far, and the 3 games that we've seen so far, have made it a mission to block shots.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Which is why I defend the Blues and the detractors here, and I say, oh well, there's no effort on the ice. No, there is effort because no team who doesn't have effort is not going to go out there and block shots.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed a few minutes there.
You're good. It's a commercial break anyways.
Yeah, okay.
Do we have any comments that we can get to here on the break?
Say again?
Said, is there any comments that we can get to on the break here?
There we go. Okay, I had some funky thing up. Say again. I'm sorry.
I said, is there any comments that we can get to for the break?
No, actually, we're all caught up. The one comment you might have missed was, "Hey Justin, hey guy, getting here for the show. Just getting here for the show. Been sick lately." This is Teddy Robertson. I said, "I hope you feel better, bud. Hope you guys are doing okay health wise. Blues really need to win today to break the cycle." So I will say this, and Justin's been doing the TikToks mainly because I'm still dealing with my medicine. I'm getting closer to where I can start doing some of the TikToks and that. So I am getting a little closer, bud. You with me, Justin?
Yeah, I'm here, bud.
Okay. I'm getting closer to where I can start helping you out with the TikToks and start doing my share there.
Oh yeah, you're good. I just upload. I'm a little slow on them. I haven't been able to get out a crazy amount. It seems I'm still kind of trying to find that sweet spot for everybody, like who's how invested people are, how quickly, how much I should put out, kind of thing. But I think the ones that we have done have done good, have got some good feedback, some good engagement. So.
Yep, you're doing a great job, and like I said, it's just with the med, sometimes I'm just not there, and I need to start working really good. I don't know how many games we're going to do this week. I'm thinking just 2, Monday, and then either Friday or Saturday, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you're going to one of those games.
I don't know. Probably unlikely. I probably should just let it cool off because I'm not on a hot streak for the Blues games. So.
Yeah.
So man, this period, I feel like this period has gone by really, really quick.
Really fast, yeah.
Yeah, very, very quick.
Not a lot of breaks in it.
Yeah, not a lot of whistles. Pretty much the commercial breaks is about it.
Right. I mean, it's been a better second period for the Blues than what they've had. Right.
Well, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, they scored in the second period, but they were not the better team in the second period. They were not. They did not look good in the second period. They were actually the worst team in the second period, and they ended up scoring, which is unfortunate. But
yeah, and then oh, wait a minute.
What?
Oh, floating puck. Oh, floating puck, but still a good play. 2-on-1.
Oh, yeah, no. Suter, and who was that? Suter and Holloway?
Holloway, yeah.
Yeah. Still a good chance. Yeah, you're ahead of me. Yeah, a 2-on-1, so another odd man break for the Blues. That's a couple in the game so far.
Yeah, they've had more than that. I think they've had a couple odd man breaks. I'm really not paying 100% attention to it.
Who, the Islanders or us?
Us.
That's what I said. I said a couple odd man breaks.
Yeah. John Hefner's here. Only hot streak in St. Louis is a spoon. I'm not sure what that means there, bud. But hey, Hefner, we have an answer to your question. In 2018-19, at the 21-game mark, the Blues were -6. Right? That's what we said, the -6, right?
Yeah, -6.
When I went and looked it up. But I think last year this time, we were probably right at that same number. Right? I mean, like this year, the -23, I think we were probably right at that same number.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I think it's weird. Well, and I think it's weird because it's weird because if we did look at that, it'll probably be weird if we see that it wasn't actually as bad as this year, which is actually saying something because this Blues team is better than the team that was started last year. I think who was on on paper wise.
Yeah. Nowhere near as many games. Oh no, okay. We had played 21 games. So last year, 21 games. Oh wow. What did you think it was?
I said that watch when you look this up, it's probably not going to be as bad as it was this year.
-20. So okay, almost the same.
So almost the same, but I think the thing for me is the reason it sticks out so bad this year is because of the blown leads. if the Blues didn't blow as many leads as they've had this year,
Yeah.
this wouldn't look as bad to the eye.
They were 9-11-1 at the 21 game mark.
Mm-hmm. So actually, they had more wins last year and at this point than they did this year, which is was a good save by Bennington. We're back from break. I don't know where you're at right now.
Robert Morton. Hey, Robert, how the boys? What, some Ice Guardians podcast? Yes, I did know that Chelios played 26 seasons. Chelios wanted, he always talked about this. He wanted to play a full game. He wanted to just be on the ice for a full game, and he thought he could do it, but he was never able to. And baddest dude to play hockey, Terry Sawchuk. You ever see the picture of his face?
Right? I probably have.
That's the goalie where he's got nothing but scars on his face. He looks like he's wearing a mask with scars on it, but he's not. It's his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goalies back then that played without a mask, that plain and simple. Right? I don't know what the puck was made out of then. I'm guessing it was still made out of rubber. Maybe not galvanized rubber, but still. And I know they used wooden sticks, so it wasn't going 100 miles an hour. But some of those guys could still shoot it. 60 miles an hour in the face is 60 miles an hour in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Ooh, that was a very, very, very good chance by Walker right there. Yeah. Almost turnover. Or a turnover. I don't know. Are you ahead of me still?
I don't know where I'm at. I just saw that play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Islanders. Good play by Bukestad right there to force an Islanders turnover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sorokin didn't even know he had that. He thought that slipped behind him. Yeah. That would have been cheeky. Yeah, he didn't know he had that. He was unsure about that one. But good force of a turnover there by your player to watch, Bukestad.
Here you go. There you go. That's toughest player to play hockey right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look at his face. I mean, that says everything.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That says everything to me. It says everything to me, dude. Dudettes. Here you go. That says it all. Says it all. There we go. I mean, you're looking at the period and you go, you look at the shots or maybe some of the stats and think that the Islanders control the period, but it doesn't feel that way. Shots are 9-6, but it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, this has been a very, very low shot count for each team, for sure. It's been a good defensive game. Like I said, I think the Blues are doing a good job. The Islanders haven't 16 shots on net, but I can't really say a lot of them are very dangerous at all. I mean, a lot of them are pretty easy.
They've had 4 or 5 really dangerous ones. Oh, now they're getting a cycle on. Score!
Yep, Blues score. Yep,
Suter.
you're ahead of me. Suter, my boy. Love Suter, man.
By
Love
the way, out there in everyone watching, if you heard the cheering, let me know. I'm trying to see what's going on with my thing. If you heard it, let me know. If you heard the goal horn, let me know.
Yeah, Blues score. Suter doing what he's paid for, getting to the net. God, I love Suter, man. Suter's been, I'm telling you, he's been very, very good. Very good addition for the Blues. Exactly where you want to be. Exactly, that's what we call a Jake Neighbors goal right there. Right in front of the net, right where he needs to be. Goalie had no chance on that one. All right, guy, I'll give you a minute to agree on that one.
Say again? Okay.
I said
no,
I'll give you.
I'm trying. I'm looking at my board. Sorry. Good.
Suter.
Well, here we go. So now it's 2-0 lead. Can they? No horn. Damn. Can they figure it out? Right? I do not know why my horn is not playing. That makes zero sense to me.
I hear it. Oh, I heard it. But it sounds like it's so far away. It sounds like you're like playing it from like three houses down.
Did you hear it?
I can hear it, but it's like in the distance.
So it sounds like my board's reversed. Sounds like my board's reversed. So you're not. Are you hearing it now?
I did hear that. It was a little closer, not too extremely close.
You heard it?
Like a little bit. It's not clear cut. Like I can hear it, but it's not right in my ear.
That's funny. I mean, I've got to have it all the way up for it to do that. That doesn't make sense. That's not right.
Man, Matthew Schaefer with a great move at the blue line, almost coned Bukestad again.
Oh wow! No, he coned him. He did cone him.
Oh, I mean, he almost scored, but Matthew Schaefer with a great move. That guy absolutely definitely coned him. But, oh, man, very good. Good thing that Pelech, I think that was Adam Pelech, missed picking up that puck right in the slot there.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Crazy ass stat. The most assists in a single season, the top 12 on that list had only two players, Gretzky, and you guess who and how many times that player was on the list. I'd almost have to think it was Mario Lemieux and twice. That would be my guess. Did you hear the question there, bud?
I heard you reading it, but no, I didn't catch all of it. No.
So, top 12 single season assists. There's two players on the list, Gretzky and who else? And how many times was it? And apparently I got it right. Well, I got it slightly right. He said bingo once. It was Mario Lemieux, and he was only on it once. I said twice, so I was close.
Yeah, that would have been my guess, Mario Lemieux. But it's a good question. Thank you for the question. That's definitely a good question for sure. Blues in the period 2-0. So
yeah, good.
Blues
So
going in.
We actually have a positive second period. Got one goal in it. Lemieux is number 8. Now, well, I thought he might have been on it twice. So my guess is he's number 13 too. My guess would put him in number 13. Lemieux was a special player. Mario Lemieux was and then think about this. He done some of that stuff after he had chemo, right? I hope so. Memes ask, will this be the lead they hold on to? We'll find out. Let's talk about some stats as we're in a commercial break on the Towery B. Blow this up because I was looking at something else a moment ago. Okay. Shots. And this could change, but right now, Orr is 13th. Okay. They sit at 17-16 in favor of the Islanders. Attempts are absolutely Blues. 39 to 33. If I got my numbers right. Yeah, 33. Hits 15-12 in favor of the Blues. Giveaways 10 for St. Louis, 9 for the Islanders. I'm kind of okay with that. Takeaways 2 for the Islanders, 2 for the Blues. Block shots, Blues 7, Islanders 11. Makes sense. Face-offs are evened up, 11 apiece. On the Blues, most shots were Dylan Holloway with 3, and he had 4 attempts. He's had 5 hits. Kessels had 4 attempts, none on net. Mr. Jordan Kyrou, has 1 shot, 2 attempts, and an assist. So Kyrou's not been on there. He's no takeaways, no giveaways, which is good for him. No giveaways for him. Mm-hmm. No block shots, but he hasn't really been in a position. And that line, finally gets that goal. Suter gets that goal from, I think it was Holloway and Kyrou.
I think they made a correction. Yep. I think I saw it might have been they had something wrong at first and then they corrected. I think could be wrong.
Yeah. Right
now, no, you're good. Just a good overall play by that line. You have, like you said, you have Kyrou Holloway working it, on the perimeter, and then you have P. Suter in front of the net where he should be. Yeah. Bearing, like I said, a Jake Neighbors-esque goal, like a greasy one. Obviously not as greasy as you think because the rebound was very clean, like rebound right off the pad, right on his stick into the back of the net. So, but a Jake Neighbors-esque goal.
Right. No, yeah, very, very good play. They opened it up there late. They were behind in shots by, I think I said at one point it was 16-12, and now it ends up being 17-16. So they did what they needed to do late. Best second period in a while for the Blues. And now it comes, what can they close this out in the third? Can they not sit back on this lead? Now the mental. We asked earlier, was it mental or physical? The problem. We now know it was mental because physically they played that period the way they needed to play that period and won that period. I'm okay with that. So now we know some of the stuff in the second was mental. Now the blowing the leads, is that physical or mental? And that's going to be a question I think gets answered here. Right? Mm-hmm. Right.
If they play, like I said, if they play the game like they have the first 2 periods, I think they'll be fine. I honestly feel like they've done a good job. The Islanders, I know you were saying like they've had a few chances, but I don't feel a team, especially on home ice, that has, first of all, controlled the game at any point in this game. And I don't feel a team that has had a, crazy amount of danger chances in this game.
There was I forget what they're showing this goal now. The movement around the puck, the puck movement was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They kept moving. They kept staying where they needed to stay. And Suter was just right there for to clean up the garbage. And I'll take that. So for me, there's an old saying, and I don't remember if it was for hockey or for baseball. It might be for baseball. Though it may be for hockey because of what the saying was. You play for the win at home and tie on the road. Right. Mm-hmm. It feels like the Blues are playing for the tie all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Does that make I don't know. I'm asking some of the older guys out there, the guys that have been around hockey for a while, if you remember that saying, right? Play for the win at home and the tie on the road. And I'm guessing that's a hockey thing because, none of the other sports had the tie, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it was kind of the thing, if you're on the road, you got the tie, you set back. If you at home, you try to get that lead and keep it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
well, you were aggressive
at home, but not on the road.
Well, and I do agree with that. I think it's obviously you're not going to have a situation where you lose every away game and then you win every home game. That's just not how. But your away games should be used as a catalyst. Like you want to win those games, but yes, you want to get points on the road. If you don't want to lose, like you don't want to lose any time, but you're looking for points away, but at home you're looking for wins.
Yeah.
And you're like you said, you're looking for wins, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with that that type of an analogy now because of how the game is. Because when we won the cup, we were beast on the road, and we were not good at home. So,
Yeah.
there was a few games on home ice where we were just terrible, in the playoffs, but we were very good away. But with how the game is now, you need points in away games. You need wins at home. You really, really do. Your home record needs to be better than your away record.
Yeah. Scary says soccer team, but I don't think that was a soccer saying because I didn't. Well, it might have been, but I thought it was more of a hockey saying. And Chris says he kind of remembers that. So,
yeah.
It's a saying that I've been out there. I don't know if E's still around. What E doesn't like when I use baseball references. This is kind of a pitching duel here between the two goalies, right? 2-0. Both goalies playing very well. Both goals have been ones that the goalie couldn't do anything about, right? The rebound and then the shot by Shen was just a really good shot. So overall, I'm okay with what we're seeing tonight. I think the Blues are playing a game that we need. They're playing against a team that's better than them in the standings. It feels like I don't know if I should say it or not, but it kind of feels like to me that they're playing for each other. Does that feel that way to you?
It has in this road trip we talked about it, how this was bonding time for the Blues. It feels like in this road trip so far, from the 3 games I've seen, they've lost both in after regulation, so they got a point both. But it feels like in the 3 games that I've seen on the road here, they seem to play for each other for the most part, in my mind. Despite the blowings of leads, but I still can't take that away from them. About playing for each other.
Yeah, no, I feel like they're playing for each other. I feel like the soccer team, for when the Team USA played Mexico at home, they go for the win, but when they play in Azteca, they try for a tie. But I think that I get what you're saying, Scary. Scary said, that's what Scary's comment. But I think that quote was I'm almost dead certain that's a hockey quote. Either a hockey quote or actually, I think it's more of a baseball quote, because when you were at home, let's say, because in the 9th inning, right, because you always batted last. So you would play for, if you got the tie, you had extra innings. But at home, you would play for the win because you were batting last. I think that's where that comes. Dr. Detroit says, I like P. Suter when he played for Detroit. Did he? I really didn't know. I pay some attention to other players around the league. I don't pay as much attention as I should. Right?
Yeah.
Right. They don't do ties, but the thought process in that was in the 9th inning, right? If you were down, you would play to get the tie, right? You would play to get the tie because that way you had the chance for the other end, you tie the game. You can continue it on, but in the 9th inning for the home team, you're playing for the win, because you end the game, the walk-off. So that's where I think it comes from, but I could be wrong. I could do a search for it. Let me see if I can do this. must have pulled Google Maps up. That's not what I wanted. Somehow I have Yahoo as my default. I don't want that. There we go. There we go. So well, let's see if this comes up. The saying, play for the win at home, is a sports strategy where the team plays to win at home while playing more conservatively on the road to secure a tie. The strategy assumes a home field advantage, making winning more likely, while the tie is more achievable. We'll go on the road. Home teams are often. So I guess it's an overall thing. It doesn't say if it's when the visiting, as close as possible and hope to win an extra. And yeah, so it's kind of a baseball thing here. Right? Yeah, it's kind of it is somewhat of a baseball thing here. So if the game is tied, the visiting team will want to keep the game as close as possible and hope to win it in extra innings. So that's kind of where it comes from.
But I still think the same could be reign true for hockey, though.
Yeah, no. And Saki says, definitely heard it in the 90s in hockey. I definitely didn't hear it from soccer. That's just a thought process, man. Just something to talk about. Hey, is Bob Morton still there? Bob Morton, you still there? Because I want to show you the answer to one of your questions. If you're still there, let me know. And here's the question: who is the toughest guy in hockey overall, ever? And my answer came right up. You didn't have an answer, Justin. Who was your answer, bud?
I grew so a question like that for me is only going to be an answer that you or somebody can give. I didn't grow up at that time. I wasn't born at that time. I think for a standard of who was the what was it, most dangerous or toughest player, I don't think that I could really answer that as I don't think I can give you a clear answer because I didn't grow up with the players that you got to grow up watching.
Cycle chances 13-3 Blues. High danger chances 15-4 Blues. Ozone time even. Attempts 40-33. That's what we talked about. Mm-hmm. These guys say Bob Probert. I'm sorry. I'm sticking with mine. And how do you beat that? How do you come up with a guy tougher than that?
Well, and that's the thing, though. It's all subjective. That's the thing with opinions. People have opinions. You have an opinion. I have an opinion, and they have an opinion. It's all subjective. So, like, I can say that I think Robert Thomas is top 3 best passers in the NHL. Most people may not agree with me. I have my opinion. Most people may not agree with me.
Agreed. Probert was a nasty son of a bitch. I will say that. But taking pucks off the face with no mask.
With no mask. I mean, it was definitely a different time. And you also have to look at it how goalies played back then with no mask. Like goalies now with the mask, obviously they have to play a different way now. They have the mask and they kind of play a different stance as well. But it's still a puck. So, it still hurts.
Hold on. So there's probably something that you don't know about goalies back in the day. When Terry Sawchuk played, goalies could only play standing up. If they went to the butterfly or laid down, that was a penalty. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. It's a different thing now. Like if you saw a goalie now who can go down in the butterfly and without a mask, you know how dangerous that would be? Crazy danger. I mean, crazy. I mean, it was dangerous back then, but that's what I mean. Kind of like by a different standard, like goalies couldn't go down in a position to where they're lower down. They have to be standing up. So their positioning was a little different. And that's probably why they were, me personally, I guess masks just weren't invented, I guess back then. So, they didn't have them.
Jock Plant invented, Jock Plant he played for Montreal, but he was also a Blues goalie for a while. Is the guy that first used the mask, and he used something similar to a catcher's mask at the time, and then it got invented. It was almost leather, if I remember right. Dr. Detroit, yes, I do have 2 channels going. We're the way we're doing this is they've now allow it to do it. I can do it standard and then in the 9x16 for the phone. So this way we can start. What we're hoping to do very soon is start breaking our show up and putting it in TikToks and things like that. Esposito, I don't know who the first one to do the butterfly was.
I do not know.
It might be. Right? So we're kind of working on that. I can't find my soundboard. Me and my wife have to clean out that room because my daughters are coming. So when we clean it out, I should find my soundboard if it's not in this room so I can send it to you.
Okay.
That's what I've been looking for it. I don't know where it is. Right? So I got to find my old soundboard. And then I got to figure out what's going on with this. I'm going to have to reset this, turn it off and reset it or something and figure out why my sounds aren't working. So you can't hear any of my sounds, right? Like you don't hear that.
I don't. No, I don't hear that. I was hearing it, and it was very, very, very. It's faint now, I guess, but now it was earlier when you were doing it. It was a little louder, but it still sounded like it was from far away.
Can you hear it now?
No, I mean I can hear it's faint. Like it's so faint, I can't even tell it's there.
You know what? I think you're hearing it from my. Now you're hearing it, right?
Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah.
So what I think you were hearing, what you're hearing was it coming out of my headphones. It was so loud, the mic was picking it up out of my headphones.
Okay, so yeah,
the channel's not working like it's supposed to. That's what doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why the channel's not. So you're not hearing it at all.
Only through your headset, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, third period. Puck drop.
Third period underway. Now it's gut check time. Are the Blues going to stand back and just let the Islanders push, or are the Blues going to push forward and not let the Islanders get back into this game?
I think it's been a well-played game by both teams, to be honest. I mean, what's surprising
it's been good. It's been a back-and-forth game.
Yeah, the Islanders are usually a very penalized team, and they're not getting called for penalties. So, the Blues are, not a penalized team, and the one power play each team had was shortened. So,
yeah, I mean, I'll take this. It's been a disciplined game. I'll take the 5-on-5 hockey. Anytime you can get 5-on-5 hockey to where you don't have 8 penalties a game called, I'm okay for that. Especially if there's not penalties being. I haven't seen anything egregious enough to be called. I think both teams have been pretty disciplined in this game. I think you agreed on that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just feel like the Blues they're not giving much. Like the Islanders are trying to force, and I think they're probably getting frustrated because the Blues are blocking quite a bit of shots.
Dr. Detroit says Justin needs to watch Chuck Norris division highlights. Yeah, back in the 80s, there were 4 divisions, and one of them was the Norris division. The Norris division was St. Louis, Detroit, Chicago, Minnesota, the Stars, the North Stars. And Toronto, the Maple Leafs. And back then, the Maple Leafs were like, okay, they're here. But it was those four teams, Minnesota, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, they beat the living crap out of each other. Chris Berman used to call the NFC North the NFC North division because that was Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, well, and I like I said, I didn't grow up with it. I didn't get to watch it live, but I know, I know the history and I know the bad blood between those teams and, kind of the rivalries, set forth in those teams and those teams beating each other up.
That
And
bad blood was set because of the way the playoffs were. That's why I don't advocate that the 1v8, 1v16. That's why I don't advocate it, because that's the rivalries that you got built. What we saw in the COVID season, the COVID season, the shortened COVID season, that is how the playoffs were in the 80s, and how all those teams, playing each other, and you played more in your own division than you did the other teams, right? There were years back then that you didn't play the other team at their building.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
The COVID season, man, the COVID season's so tough just because I really do think the Blues had a chance at a repeat.
The COVID. So that's the shortens I'm talking about the season. They only played the 48 games, not the bubble playoffs, the season after that.
Right? Okay. Well, the 20, but still though, like,
yeah,
I think
you're right. I agree with you.
The bubble, like the shortened or the 2020 season, the year after the Blues won the cup, they could have won. They could have had a back-to-back, and then that's a big if. Like, it doesn't mean that they would have won, but the way that the playoffs were set up, it made it to where teams that were like usually not in it were in it, and then you played a Vancouver team, and well, they haven't been in it for so long, and then they end up winning and beating us, and I don't know. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth on that season.
Well, the other thing was, I thought we got screwed in the way they set that. So the top 4 teams at round robin, right? The Blues played it 1, 2, 3, 4, where Boston played it 4, 3, 2. I thought both teams should have played it 4, 3, 2. Right? The top seed earned playing the bottom seed first. And that kind of messed the Blues up playing Colorado. I mean, they almost beat them. Colorado won that game in the last second. They almost went to overtime with it. But Colorado wins that game in the last second.
Me personally, I think the Blues would have won in 2022. Me personally, I think the Blues would have at least been in the Stanley Cup final if Bennington didn't get knocked out. Because Bennington was on fire. The best competition that Colorado played the whole playoffs was us. And if we beat them, I think we beat Edmonton at that point. And I think that we could have had a good chance of beating a banged up Tampa Bay Lightning team. I mean, that was the reason that Colorado it was so easy for them in the final, because Tampa Bay played so many games up to that point.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
Oh my goodness. Holy moly, Walker.
Wow.
Jesus, right, Walker. Walker just absolutely blew up somebody in the corner. That was a good chance. Your player of the game, player to watch, Bukestad.
Well, now here's your fourth line. Yeah, Bukestad stole the puck there.
So it's kind of a tale of two takes if you think about it. The Pavel Buchnevich line was really the noticeable line in the first period alongside the Thomas line. And then in the second period, I thought the Kyrou line was the better line out for the Blues. And then now the fourth line's getting out there being effective. So we've seen every line show up tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like
the Islanders.
I feel like every line showed up tonight.
I have not seen the Islanders. The Islanders have not set a push yet. I will say the Islanders have
5
not.
minutes in the third. Shots are even at 18. So right.
What a good play! God, here he is, Justin Falk. Or no, that was Bukestad. Sorry, I thought that was Falk. Yeah. No, it was Falk, or was it Falk? Wasn't it Falk that created that play? Yeah, it was Falk that created that play.
Well, he created the first opportunity, but then Bukestad ends up stealing the puck again.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, no, I know that. I was saying who skated the puck. Yeah, it was Falk who skated the puck into the zone.
Yeah.
Falk's been good, man. Falk is getting a lot of hate for not a lot of good reasons.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, Buchnevich being down on the third line may do him really, really well. It's paid dividends so far.
Yeah, it feels like it. And it doesn't feel like putting Devo on that third line has hurt him.
No, it hasn't. Like I said, it seems like you have a youngster in Dvorsky getting some good some good time with two veterans. Because when Buchnevich is on his game, he's a very, very, very good defensive winger.
Yeah.
But I mean, as for this game, I feel like the Blues have really quelled the offense of the Islanders. I have not seen much. What they're doing right now is kind of what I thought that Toronto was doing, and that's kind of trying to pass through two lines, and it's not really working.
Yeah, Blues are covering that. Blues have played. This has been one of the better neutral zone games I think the Blues have played in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker with a nice shot there. I mean, it missed, but it changed up the play there a little bit. Snuggerud playing good defensive hockey there.
You know, and we talk about connecting. I don't see a Islanders team that's connected right now.
Yeah.
There feels to me like there's not a lot of Islander support. Like it feels like the Islanders are being swarmed by 2 or 3 Blues at one time, and the Blues are winning the battle very easily.
Well, I don't know. It's starting to shift, I think.
I don't know. I don't know what you're watching, but
I'm at 13:08, and that was a good rush by the Islanders there. The last rush, that was a good rush by them. I mean, the Blues ended up getting the puck back, but they had a hell of a chance there to make it 2-1.
Good save by Benner. I feel like it's a lot of one and done for the Islanders. I don't feel a lot of ozone time. I don't feel a lot of cycle. I feel a lot of they're getting their chance, like getting few chances, but a lot of it's just shot and then it's over. Bennington's controlling the puck really well right now, not letting up a lot of rebounds.
What I'm hoping for right now is that the Blues get a little more aggressive with the puck when they have the puck, instead of just going in the zone and throwing it down to do a line shift. Get in there and get that puck down and take some time off the clock, but be aggressive while doing it. Right? Be aggressive while doing it. That's what I hope happens. All right. Shots are 19 apiece, 2 apiece for this period. All right. They're actually, so their shots have been even this entire game. Both teams had 6 in the second period, 11 or 6 in the first period, 11 in the second period, and 2 in the third so far. So, been a fast game because there haven't been a lot of. We thought we talked at the beginning. We thought that this might be a special teams game, and it's been 5-on-5, right? Blues 2 5-on-5 goals. That's like huge for them, and they haven't given up one. Knock on wood. Right?
Yeah.
So I think I know why it's not working. Apparently, I didn't have the right app. No, that's the wrong thing. Still there with me, bud?
Yeah, I am. Just kind of
Okay.
paying attention to the game so far. The Islanders are Islanders are definitely getting their push now.
Yeah.
They're in their pushing moment. Blues are doing a solid job trying to keep them to the outside. Go Bukestad, 2-on-1. Oh, very, very good try by Walker.
Oh, it just misses it. You're a little ahead of me.
Mm-hmm. Now, see so the Blues doing what they should do. They're coming down on a very good, Blues doing what they should be doing, trying to get in the zone and not, sitting back. Yeah, he's Walker. Yeah, just went wide. Walker didn't get enough of it.
Yeah, couldn't get it up in the air.
So I will say, my player of the game has not been as noticeable. He's been out there. I know he's been out there.
Yeah.
I think I was kind of correct though when I said that I thought Jordan Bennington would have a good game. I think he's been very good in this game so far.
Mine's been noticeable. I think Bugstad's had a couple of noticeable plays there.
Yeah, he's been good. He's done what he's needed to do. I think, like I said, I think Neighbors is out there. I think Neighbors is always out there. I think you always notice him. I just haven't heard his name a bunch.
Yeah, I don't. I can look at here in a second to see what he's got on the.
Yeah, very good. I don't know who that was in front there, but he absolutely just threw that guy down to the ice. That's what you like to see. Just right in front of the right in front of the goalie, just thrown down to the ice. Mayfield, what are you complaining about, Mayfield? You're not Baker Mayfield, buddy. Sit down. You probably don't know who I'm talking about. I don't think guys listening, so. Hey.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my.
You weren't listening. Here. I said Mayfield was complaining about something. I said, buddy, sit down. You're not Baker Mayfield. And I said, I don't think you know who I'm talking about. So. People out there in football land might know who I'm talking about, but. We're back from commercial, Piers. Showing the game summary. Braden Shin, first goal in 12 games. And first goal for Suter in 9 games. I don't think that kind of speaks to how Suter's played. I think Suter's been very good away from the puck. And although he hasn't been on the board, I think he's still been very good. Despite that, Braden Shin definitely needed that, though. Braden Shin is a guy who needed to get on the board. Peter Suter, like I said, good away from the puck, good with the puck, smart player. Hasn't been a guy that's been on the bad side of the puck. So good to see some Blues chipping in that haven't been on the score sheet in a while.
Good sign, another cycle.
Yeah. Good cycle for the boys.
Yeah.
But it's good. They're not sitting back. That's what we wanted.
Yeah,
We didn't want
and
them to
then
sit
a
back.
good forecheck there keeps the puck in there. And the Islanders had the puck, and they forechecked it out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what time are you at?
Hold on. I have the Cadillac dealer thing up. 9:11.
Okay. Very good chance for Kyrou there.
Well, they're being aggressive, and that's what's important. Oh, did I lose you for a second? I think I did. Guess I lost you for a second. Sorry about that.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. It just my stuff just randomly went black screen and just kicked me out for some reason.
Yeah, hold on. My thing's doing a reset. So.
Oh, okay. Good chance there by Kyrou there on the 2-on-1 again. The Blues have had odd man rushes in this game. I don't know what the odd man rushes are in this game, but the Blues have had at least 4 or 5, at least that I can remember. So we got about 7:50 to play in the third period.
Yeah,
So
my board's doing an update, so I don't know how well you can hear me, if you can hear me at all.
I can hear you.
Okay.
So it's actually the Joey and Curves were just talking about it. They talked about how the Blues are not out of this by any means. The Blues are only 6 points out. I don't know where they were referring to out wise, because I don't think they're not 6 points. I don't think behind, or they might have been talking about Colorado, but the Blues are only 6 points out of something. I don't know what they were talking about. I missed that.
Probably 6 points out of the wild card.
Oh, maybe.
Would make sense. I mean, they're 6 points out of 500, and right now 500's where you need to be or better. So
yeah. So I mean, so the Blues are not out of it. They win this game tonight, and they're 4 points out. So, setting themselves up for success if they can win both of their next games. If they can win, hang on and win this one.
As long as they don't sit back. If they don't sit back, Teddy says, I'm scared the Blues have a 2-goal lead in the third period.
Oh, man,
that's what we haven't seen them sit back yet.
This Kyrou, Suter, and Holloway line has been dynamic in these last 2 periods. Been very, very good.
Right there, they just had another scoring opportunity with Kyrou and Holloway.
Yeah. So, and like I said, there's effort. I see the effort. So first of all, Sorokin's a very good goalie. Like, Sorokin is one of the better goalies in the league, and it hasn't shown that just because of where he's played. The Islanders have been a very mid team at best for the longest time now, but Sorokin's a very good goalie. Very good save by him right there. Point blank, Kyrou chance.
Yeah, a little bit. Holloway's becoming another Oshie this year, somewhat.
I hear your stuff a little bit, by the way. I don't know if that mattered
Oh,
to you or not, but
nice puck movement.
hey, can you hear me?
A little bit, man. Just give me a few more moments. Keep talking.
I can hear your game a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I turned it all the way down. My board is resetting, and that's
there
why
you go.
so it disconnected.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just letting you know, just in case you didn't want to get copyrighted or
He can't stay on his feet. I don't know about that. I thought his ability was kind of like Oshie. Oshie was good at passing the puck and being around all around on the ice.
Yeah.
Good shot.
The Blues are getting cycle chances. They're cycling the puck. They look good. They look like a team that's not just sitting back. They're a team that's getting aggressive.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a goal. We got our first.
Absolutely doing their job.
We got our first kind of scrum of the game. This game's been relatively quiet on the scrum front, but there you go. Torpchenko doing Torpchenko things, getting in on the goalie against D'Angelo. So, yeah, these two teams don't really have bad blood with one another. So I didn't think coming into tonight that we would see very many scrums, but we got our first one there. So we get a commercial break. I believe this will be our last commercial break of the third period.
Board's almost reset. I think. Maybe. Yep. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I could always hear you. It's you that probably couldn't hear me.
No, I could hear you. It's just there were other things going on that were making it a little hard for me at the moment. I'm hearing yours a little bit. Oh, by the way, let's see. Does this work now? Oh, my buttons don't work. Can you hear that?
I can hear that. It, like I said, it's still at a distance. I can hear it enough though. Like it's not like right in my ear though.
Okay. Well,
but that's okay. I mean, if they can hear it, as long as they can hear it clear, I'm fine. Like I don't need a big horn blowing in my ear. You know,
yeah.
I'm only 26. I don't want to go deaf. So. Yep. So we're Blues are back from the break. It looks to be, I think, about 5 minutes or so in the third period.
I did an update, so I was trying to hope that the update would fix what was wrong with my thing, but I don't know if it did. It would be a big win if we can get it.
Yep. Big wins. Yep. So we got about 5:40 left in the period, third period here.
Yeah.
What a save by Jordan Bennington. What a save. That was. Have you seen it yet? Hello?
No, I'm replugging my board in. I'm having sound issues.
Well, I don't know if you saw that one. Jordan Bennington, great save. His best of the game so far. Yeah, right on. Great save. Wow, what a save. Definitely telegraphed. It looked like Jordan Bennington definitely read that before that was even coming, but good save nonetheless. Shabakov or whatever. I've never heard of him, but great save. Islanders are going to continue to push here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset my device. It's not working right. I can't hear my TV now.
Yeah, I would have just. I know what you're doing, trying to fix it. I would have just waited until after, just to try
Yeah,
to
I should have.
fix it.
Dum, give me gum gum. I didn't realize what it was doing. We seem broken ever since the Jets 1.6 seconds, and that's a good point.
I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, it takes a lot out of you. I expect. I won't lie. I expected the Blues to kind of come in and with some fire. Like, oh, we lost in this amount of time. This kind of pissed me off. I kind of expected the Blues to come out with a little bit more push. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's some games like that's why I'm saying I can be a little bit more positive. The stats show a little bit better than what it has shown. The Blues have had good games against good teams. They've had bad bounces. They've kind of had it all in just the first 22 games of this season. They've seen it all. They've had good games, bad games, atrocious games, bad bounces, bad luck goals, good luck goals. I mean, they've seen it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So the Islanders,
so,
the Islanders are going to be going their crazy push here. We got 3 minutes and 25 seconds, and
damn it,
goalies are pulled.
And they got one.
Yeah. So the Islanders pick up one.
Shutout goes away. Damn it.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got a game 2-1. This is what we've been working for, or been talking about. The Blues have had a good period up to this point. I thought the Blues have controlled this period up to this point, and then Anders Lee gets a rebound. Yeah, I mean, Blues did a good job. They kept it. It was a shot from the outside that just ended up going in front. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, that's a greasy one. Oh, that's unfortunate. Fowler's right there, and Anders Lee just ends up getting under him. All right. Well, like you said, it's about follow-up. See how the Blues follow up after an Islanders go. Can they put on the pressure and make it difficult for the Islanders to get the goalie pulled? Let's see.
Yep.
What time are you at?
3:11.
3:11. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. I don't know what you're at now, but
2:50.
Okay. Yeah. So would assume we're going to see a goalie pull here soon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, hockey gods, give us some bounces in this game. Don't be giving us some unfortunate bounces like we almost saw in the last game where the puck bounced off the stanchion in front of the net. Nice, got the puck out there. I'm at 2:15.
2:06 and oh wow, something happened.
Oh my goodness. Oh, no goal.
They waved it off.
Oh boy, is Justin Falk hurt?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh no, that's not good. Justin Falk being hurt. Shockingly enough, as rude as Blues fans are, this is not good if Justin Falk is
not good at
massively hurt. I wonder what happened.
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh. Jesus.
Oh, fell over him.
Mm-hmm.
Made it hurt his knee.
Yeah, well, and that's not going to be unless it's challenged.
Oh no, he's all that's goaltender interference. There's no way. That's not on his own. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, I mean, the I guess the argument you can make is the shot came before that, but no, that's goal interference. Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
they
Yeah.
called it no goal on the ice, so it's hard to
Mhm.
overturn that.
Well, yeah, and
Right.
it's not a under a minute left in the game, so it's not going to be reviewed unless the NHL decides that they want to review it.
Yeah, at the end of the game, it's 2 minutes. It's 1 minute in the period, 2 minutes at the end of the game, and it's at 2:06. So, oh yeah, that's absolutely. Bennington has every. I mean, he immediately knows he's interfered with.
Bad play. The Islanders challenging this would be a bad thing because I think this is goal interference. I don't see how it's not. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm saying challenge it, but then again, though, if they do
also
challenge it,
called
though,
a penalty. They called a 4-minute high stick.
Oh, did he even high stick him? I thought he just tripped him.
Yeah, no, it looks like they called a 4-minute high stick. Oh,
On
they called
who,
a
the
4-minute high stick on the Blues.
No, it's the Island. It's the Islanders. It says.
Yeah, the
No, it says
Islanders are getting the power play. How are the Blues getting a penalty there?
Oh, Jim Montgomery is
a high stick.
Yeah, Jim Montgomery is not happy.
Yeah.
All right, so in typical, like I say, Guy, in typical NHL fashion, we got to keep the trend up of the Blues losing 2-goal leads, and we're going to hand the Islanders the game, I'm sure. So let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I don't know where you see a high sticking call in this one. You can't call Justin Falk for a high stick because Justin Falk gets tripped. Yeah. How do you? Jim Montgomery is absolutely irate. He's puzzled. He's irate, but he's puzzled.
Yeah.
I think he's more puzzled than anything. Yeah, yep. Like I said, this is why, Guy, that I say this is why I say that the people that have the mindset that the NHL is rigged have kind of a point in a way. I mean, you have a trend in the Blues who have struggled to keep 2-goal leads, and what is the NHL? The NHL does is they continue to make that a possibility here. I mean, how is this a 4-minute power play? For the Blues or for the Islanders. Well, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good, Guy. I'm feeling like this is a bogus setup right here, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, they didn't even show us the high sticking call, the supposed high stick.
Yeah.
Sorted out.
Here.
The previous play was reviewed to confirm that 72 from St. Louis caused a double minor high stick. This is correct. Will be a 4-minute.
This is correct. Oh my goodness, man. This league's a joke, Guy. I mean, the human aspect, right? We always talk about the human aspect. Please explain to me what's human about that. What is human about it?
I don't know, man.
Oh my God. They're talking about his stick hitting him. After Falk gets tripped, he fucking hits him with his stick. Oh my God, man. What a joke. Your league's a joke. It's a joke. Justin Falk gets tripped, and then the stick goes hitting the other guy. How can Falk control his stick when he's getting tripped? Oh my goodness, man. This league is a joke. It is an embarrassment. Oh, great save, Benner. And way to get... God, please, dude, please just score in the empty net somehow, bro. Well, now the Blues can ice the puck. I mean, not ice it, but they can throw it down the ice.
Throw it down the ice, yeah.
I'm sorry, Guy. I get what you're saying, and you want to give the refs the benefit. That's not a good call.
No, not a good call at all. I agree with you. And then not only that, they call goaltender interference. Where's the penalty for that?
Yeah, it's not good.
They know they waved the goal off for goaltender interference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they called a penalty. Well, wait a minute. Why isn't it a penalty for goaltender interference? This is the biggest problem with goaltender interference. It's a freaking penalty. If you're waving a goal off for it, call the penalty.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Right?
and like I said again, you run into the fact of fall like your stick. You got to be in control of your stick. I know that, but this is not a play where Justin Falk high sticks a guy when he's standing. He's
Yeah,
down on the ice
and his
being
stick was
tripped.
broke. And he's the one
Ex-
that got injured. And you called a 4-minute?
Yeah, that's why I say, guy, that I get it. You're old school, I'm new school, but that's why I'm saying the NHL and the league as a whole continues to embarrass themselves, and they continue to do it, and they don't do nothing to fix it. That's my issue.
That's a horrible call.
Well, hopefully, hey, it's all null and void. If the Blues win, not really null and void because it's still a terrible call that should have never even happened. But if the Blues can kill this off, I'm shocked. Come on, boys, just dump the puck out.
Just keep him along the wall. Don't give him a shot.
Yep.
Glove save, Bennington. I'm at 26.8.
Great save by Benner. Benner's been outstanding in this game.
Yeah.
He's been good. I mean, this is the best offensive pressure that the Islanders have had, and it's taken a 6-on-4.
You didn't hear that, did you?
No, I didn't. What happened?
No, I did my horn to see if to try and figure out what's wrong. I got my board reset, and my horn's still not playing.
Yeah, no, I
don't
haven't.
have to send my board in.
All right, so we have 25. Are you on the face-off now?
26.8.
Okay, so yeah, we're at the same time. Who called it? Okay, the Islanders.
Yeah. I might be like two or 3 seconds ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm at them. I'm on the Blues on the bench right now.
Yeah. Now I'm on the Islanders on the bench.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, this is exactly what we talked about, though. If the Blues can end up winning this game, this is a close game. This shows character. This shows the Blues can do it.
Yeah.
But let's see. About to get ready for the face-off. I don't know if you're probably still ahead of me. So.
Yeah, I'm there on the face-off now.
All right. Hopefully the Blues can get a kill. This will be our clear of the puck. Oh, very good win. Yes, good clear.
Suter, yeah. Good
Yep.
face-off win by Suter there.
15 seconds. Oh my God, Suter, bro, I fucking love you, buddy. Blues win, baby. Yeah.
Big win.
Hey, I apologize, guy. Hey, NHL. Fuck you. Okay? Yeah. Because you deserve it. You terrible at your job, and you do deserve that. So screw you. You tried to screw the Blues, and you got screwed. So screw you.
I don't understand how they can wave a goal off for goaltender interference and not call the penalty goaltender interference.
Yeah, it's a joke. I'm telling you, it's a good. Well, and like I said, shout out to Suter and Boosh on that one. Suter and Boosh, Suter especially. Holy moly, what a play by him there at the end. Yeah, I mean, in every aspect, screw you and screw the NHL. You guys tried to screw the Blues in that game, and it cost you. So good job.
Yeah, no.
Continue to show yourself as an embarrassment.
That makes
NHL.
no sense to me.
That was a joke of a call.
None of that made any sense to me whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what else to say because it doesn't. It made no sense whatsoever.
Well,
I just don't get it.
I'm starting to see your point. Like, I get it. The human aspect. I get it. It's there. But How in the world do you see a player like you said? First you have two elements to this. First of all, you have a goalie, a goal called off for goalie interference, right?
Yeah.
So that should have been a penalty in its own right. But then you call a penalty on an injured player who got tripped by the opposing team, and then the stick of Falk, who is going down, who can't control his stick because he's getting tripped, hits a player, hits Palmieri in the mouth. How is that a penalty?
Yeah,
I mean,
and then they go and review it and agree with it. I don't understand that.
I am telling you right now, if the NHL, this is the funny thing. If the NHL is not rigged and the NHL is not like doing like betting and stuff like that, then the NHL should be embarrassed. They really should, because if they are not doing bets and they're not rigging this stuff, then they are just bad at what they do. They're really, really bad at what they do. And me personally, guy, I don't know what I would rather want. I don't know if I'd rather have the NHL be rigged or if I'd rather just have them not be good at their jobs. That's kind of a double-edged sword, in my opinion, if I'm honest.
I sit there and go, I mean, you look at that whole play, I'm thinking that we're getting the power play.
Guys, honestly, they got the power play.
We're getting the power play. How do you? I don't understand this. How do you call off a goal for goaltender interference, which is a penalty, and then not call the penalty? This is the biggest problem with the NHL, especially with this goaltender interference, and this is my problem with the review, right? The overall review. The overall review is if you lose it, you take a double hit. The goal scores, and you go on the power play. Or you go on the penalty kill. Yet, if you win it, you just get the goal. No! The penalty comes in. Now, the only argument to that is that the penalty for most, so if the penalty happens before the goal goes in, the penalty gets erased. I kind of feel like if it's the penalty and the goal goes in, the penalty stays, right? Mm-hmm. If you're going to double it, then double it, right? If I call goaltender interference, if it's goaltender interference, well, here's the thing. If it's goaltender interference and you're taking the goal off the board, which you are because it doesn't score, that means that the interference still happened and it should be a penalty, right? I don't understand how the officials get how they don't. How, the NHL's got to fix this, and I agree with you on that. And I don't mind human moment, but they went and reviewed it and came up with the same fucking decision. Pardon the language.
But that's the thing though, and I don't have a problem. You know, I know this is a friendly show, but I don't mind getting heated because it shows our passion. It shows our passion that we want to see the best product on the ice, and that's why I got so emotional about the goalie interference call, because it was goalie interference. It was goalie interference. It should have been called. And it was not. It was a missed call by the officials. And then, like you were saying just now, that it was reviewed, and they still gave Falk a 4-minute power play. The goal interference call was reviewed and still called a goal. So, I just, like I said, guy, I really don't know what I'd rather like. I don't know if I'd rather have an NHL that is rigged and betted on, or if I'd rather have a group of officials and league people just not be good at their job. Like, because I feel like in both ways, it's a negative. Like, I feel like in both ways, it's a double-edged sword.
Mary, he got tripped. He lost control of his stick because he got tripped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He got knocked down, and then the guy falls on his leg. You know, we're in a big. So Hunter Skinner just got sent down. We may be getting Hunter Skinner back.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
if we lose Falk, that's a huge loss. I'm sorry, Blues fans, but it is. It's a huge loss. And my biggest concern, my huge concern right now, absolutely hugest concern, is that, you know, we lose. We take a huge hit in defense against a team that played what they needed to play. Well, we gave up a 6-on-5 goal, but I don't feel like that was a bad goal to give up. That was.
No, I mean, they were pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were pushing. It was a good play to reach under Fowler's stick, but this is the grand scheme of everything. Like guys said, despite how Blues fans feel about Justin Falk, this is a huge loss if Justin Falk is actually hurt, because Justin Falk has been one of the better defensemen alongside Broberg, in my opinion. The thing you got to realize is Falk has been the outlier, the outstanding presence of the pairing of Falk and Fowler. Fowler's been kind of quiet this year. So if Falk's out, then we are in trouble. We're in trouble.
Yeah. Big thank you to Marianne Holmes, John Heffner, and Lance Scott for putting that thumb in the air. Didn't get there. He was back on the ice to celebrate. That's good, but how much pressure was he putting on that right leg? Right? How much pressure was he putting on that right leg? I didn't get to see that. That could be a lot of things. Hopefully it's okay. Maybe he was just being cautious. We don't know. Hopefully we'll find something out. That makes it makes no sense to me whatsoever.
But still, let me preface this too, because we're touching on this like he got hurt. So even if he's not hurt, it's still not a penalty. He didn't have control of his stick. He got tripped. So he didn't. So it should not.
I'm looking at this. I don't see where the high stick is.
It's after. So after he gets tripped,
they're showing it now. They're showing it now. I never see the high stick.
Okay, well, I have no idea. I thought I saw it. I saw Palmieri reach for his face. He might have did a sell job. I don't know, but I have no idea. But
now they're showing it. They got Parayko. Oh, this is something else. I don't. I'd have to see it again. I don't never see a high stick. I see a broken stick, but I don't see a high stick. So
yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's weird. It's like it happens. He falls down, and then there's a Palmieri skates in front, and then he like grabs his face is what I saw. I don't know if it hits him. I don't know if he just does a sell job. I have no idea. But what I saw was not a good officiated play right there. I mean, like you said, it should have been a call for goalie interference if it's a goalie interference that you waved off, and then you have a play where what in the world? Okay, I see a stick like fly. Okay, they just showing it again. I was just looking.
Yeah.
But you see, they call it off for goal interference. It should have been a penalty there, and then Falk gets tripped by the same guy that interferes with the goalie, and then the high stick happens supposedly, and then he gets a 4-minute. I don't know, man. It rubs me the wrong way. It puts a sour taste into my mouth. It really does.
Here are your 3 stars. First star was our third star was Lee for his 1 goal to make it 2-1. Second star was Shen with a goal. And for your number 1 star was Jordan Bennington, stopping 28 of 29 shots and getting the 2-1 win. It was a good win for the Blues. It was a good win for the Blues. Toe of the blade got him in the mouth. Yeah, but I don't. But he was knocked down. That's the thing. Once you're knocked down, you can't always control how your stick is, right? So yeah, I don't completely know about this. So.
Well, and like I said, first of all, let's put it this way: it doesn't really matter if it hit him or not. If it hit Palmieri, fine. But that's not the argument we're making. The argument we're making is if you're not in control of your stick, then it's a penalty. Like when you do high stick, you have to be in control of your stick at all times. Falk is not in control of his stick. He is spinning down after getting tripped. So if anything, it should have been a trip on the player that also committed the goal interference, and then Falk ends up hitting the other guy in the mouth, not on purpose. I mean, obviously high sticks are not on purpose. They're usually not. But he's not in control of his stick. He's falling down. He can't control what happens after he falls down.
Yeah. Well, Bennington, an incredible game tonight. I mean, he needed to be good, and he was. So what's really good is we're seeing. Yeah, I get it. we're seeing our goalies starting to play the way they need to play, and hopefully the rest of the team comes along. Well, there will be no show tomorrow, guys. We're not going to do our normal Sunday show. We're counting this, but we are doing Monday. And Monday we're going to have Corey on board, and then we're going to possibly have Shaggy. I don't know. He may jump on. And next Sunday we could have a special guest.
Yeah. That I will not. That I will save. If news comes to light on that.
Yeah. See, Jusia 19. I don't know. I can't completely tell who this. He skated in the Falk stick. It appeared. Yeah, and I kind of saw that too. I don't get the whole play. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, first of all, he doesn't know what happened on it. So.
Oh yeah. Well, and then again, that's what we do here. We're giving our opinions. I think that the NHL it continues to embarrass themselves on every level, and it's not looking good. Like I said, it kind of comes down to the fact of, do you have to make that conversation? Do the NHL have a betting issue? Do they have a rigged issue, or are they just not fit to do their job right? You seriously have to ask yourself that question sometimes.
Yeah, it's happening too much with the Blues this year. It feels. Oh, Justin's mom. That's your mom.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
what?
your mom. I didn't realize that was your mom.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like she changed her. Did you change your name on there? You must have changed your name on there.
JUSHIA 19.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a mix between myself and my brother.
Okay. Well, we're going to call it this. It's been a long show, and I got some stuff I need to do. I got some things to do tonight. So, great show, man. I'll see you on Monday. We got a certain way to end this show.
I did want to say, I should have, if you're fine with it, I should have my post game eventually for this game, up on the TikTok. So, look forward to that. I'm sure I'll have some thoughts on what we saw there, but I'll leave it at that. But hopefully you guys can tune in on Monday and get to see Corey come on again. Love having him on the first time, so hopefully he can make it, and hopefully we can see Shaggy too. That would be fun.
Yeah, no problem, man. Well,
let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
I don't think my sound's working. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Did you hear that?
I did. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, you heard it? Okay. Well, I didn't.
You didn't ask me, though. You didn't ask me.
Well,
you didn't ask me.
Ask away.
I just needed to know where the girls were, man. That's all I needed to know.
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
And call away.
Where are the boys? Where are they at?
Hawaii Blues fan. We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, for Justin Eagle Eye Scott, saying, you got to know that I'm always bleeding blue with you, and
It's always, let's go Blues.
We will see you Monday afternoon, 5:30 Central Standard Time, for our pregame show as the St. Louis Blues are in New York to take on the struggling, just like we are, New York Rangers. See you on Monday.